What's up, everybody? I got Cajun here. We're going live tonight.
Hey everybody, Cajun
Got
Coin
Kevin
here.
in here. Got Juan Prats. How y'all doing? I know y'all were just over on Brandon's. Usually I know I don't go live on Saturday night, but tonight, different story. Got Adam from Small Town Shop. There's Redline Gary. Ah! Briggs, subscribe. That works.
Briggs, subscribe.
Yep, I actually got Scott to subscribe to my channel.
I thought he was already subscribed to your channel.
No, undoubtedly he wasn't.
Well, you know how YouTube does that. They take subs away and you have to re-sub. Believe me.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. But
I've seen
yeah,
that happen many times. Uh, I'm on people's live streams.
yep,
Okay, like you right now. I'm on your
right.
live stream. Been doing it for a year with other people, watching their videos, and guess what? I got to resub them.
Really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. YouTube does that all the time.
Well, it's showing I got 175 subscribers right now. Yeah, Shaggy, we know. But yeah, like I said, usually now beforehand for a while, yeah, I would, Brandon would, he did his, and I'd go late night till usually about 1 o'clock or so. Um, and I'd get up, get ready for church. But it's just the fact is that got other things going on. Hey, Patch, appreciate you coming on over. Um,
Hey, Pat.
so it's like right now, hey, I'm gonna be up because like I say, Crystal's not here, neither's Chris. So I'm gonna be staying up till they show. I mean, I've done that before. I've had a live stream going till they show. Hey Anna, how you doing?
Hey, Anna. How you doing?
So what? You didn't think I was gonna take that chainsaw all apart like that?
No. Uh, I
They're
didn't think
missing.
you. I didn't think you were gonna do it like that. I thought you just wanted numbers off of there for a carburetor kit or what have you.
Well, I didn't take the carburetor apart yet. Yet.
Well, yeah. Well,
I mean, I know I've had the thing apart before. Um, but like I said, some fact is I've never had it apart this far.
right, right. And
So
there's Miss Missy right there. What's up, Miss
now,
Missy?
right now, I do know that yeah, I will be needing a complete gasket kit for it. Um, I'll get that carburetor taken apart, and I mean, if I can get parts for it, okay, fine. If not, scrap metal, because that thing's all aluminum. It's not plastic.
No, I know, but it's cast aluminum though. That's a different thing.
Hey, but it's still aluminum.
Yeah. Actually, I would you know, don't scrap it because somebody else might need parts for that. You have the uppercase, lowercase on the gas tank and all that.
Right,
It's worth more as parts than as scrap aluminum when they're gonna give you $2 for that saw
right.
at the scrapyard. That's it. $2 for the saw.
Oh yeah.
That's all they're gonna give you.
But I mean, like I said, to me, it's just been collecting dust and everything else. So, and that's one thing, I like doing, like finding something's like, y'all mentioned it. It's like, hey, got this old one. Find out what the hell's wrong with it. Get it taken apart. I mean, it needs to be cleaned anyway. So taking it apart, I can put it all in an ultrasonic cleaner and get it all cleaned up. Like I said, now if I can find gaskets for it, okay, fine. If I can, find everything I need for it, okay, yeah, I'll see about ordering all that stuff and putting it all back together.
Okay, I got a question for you. Did you have 4 bolts on the top cylinder that you unscrewed and the jug just came off of the piston? 2?
2.
Okay, yeah, because you didn't show what you were doing.
Right, I know, because the camera wasn't pointing down.
Right, right.
Yeah, I mean, there was 2 bolts. I had to take 2 nuts off, and they were.
And the cylinder came right off.
Yep.
So you got the crankshaft in the bottom with the rod and the piston attached to it.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, and it takes an Allen wrench to take the shaft and everything off.
Right.
For the connecting rod.
The top jug off. Yeah. Okay.
No, you got to use an Allen to take the connecting rod apart.
Oh, so the rod came off of the crank?
No. In order to take it off, you got to take the connecting rod cap off, but I don't have that particular Allen wrench.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. So you have the cap, okay, where the piston rod goes onto the crankshaft?
Right.
Wow. Most all the newer models, you don't do that. The crank comes with the piston rod on it if you order a new crank.
Now,
all that's torque to specs and all that, though. That's why.
No, this one here, you can take the rod off the crank.
Okay. I wouldn't do that. I'd leave it like it is.
Well, like I said, that one there, I could sit there and twist it and everything, and it would rock back and forth.
I thought that's what you were showing on the for the piston part.
No, that was a connecting rod.
The piston, okay. Did you hold? You didn't hold the. Okay, I saw you do this with the piston. Okay, that wasn't from the rod and the piston. There wasn't that slack in that one.
All right, I'm gonna put myself big.
All right.
All right. Now, see how I got the piston and everything? Okay, watch that connecting rod when it's on the crankshaft.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to move sideways. Okay.
Now, that's what I was asking you. Is it supposed to do that?
Yeah. They're supposed to have slack in that. Yes.
All right.
And let me see the piston again while we're right here, because you're on the big screen.
There's a piston there. Like I said, now that part there, I can run my fingernail over it and catch it.
Okay, yeah, it's got wear in it. It's got wear in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then you got it.
I need to get that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I need to get that off of there. And probably get another. I mean, if I can get another piston, to go on there.
And top cylinder.
Probably, and complete gasket set for it.
Okay, what does the cylinder look like?
Oh.
No. I mean, look down the bore. Look down the bore where the piston goes up and down, and see if you put a flashlight in there and see if you see any score marks in there.
Oh yeah. I can see some in there. Feel it with my fingernails.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then you need a piston and a jug.
Yep.
Like that shouldn't. I don't know if that's going to be hard to find or not, though.
That's what I'm saying. If I can't find it, then I don't need it. I mean, I really don't need the chainsaw because, like I said, I've got my electric, the battery operated one,
Right.
and I've got, like I said, I've got that. I've got this Craftsman. I've got this Poland Pro. I've got a Steel, and out of the four chainsaws I've got, the electric one's the only one that operates.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why I went up getting it because the other three I've got ain't running, and I've tried and tried and tried, and it's like, nope, forget it.
I wish you'd have done a compression test on that thing before you tore it apart. I wanted to actually see what the compression was looking like. I forgot to tell you that earlier.
I would, but I don't have a compression tester,
Oh, okay. All right.
so that would make it a little difficult.
Yeah.
What'd you find, Scott? Should I give him a blue wrench? As
Scott.
much of a nut as he is,
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
yeah, Scott.
He said, I might have found the cylinder for you. I could probably look that up and with HL,
Right.
I could probably get you that from HL.
Now let me
Probably about 40 or 50 bucks for that kit.
uh let me see if I can find it on eBay.
Yeah, but I didn't get a model number or nothing yet off of that.
I don't want Amazon. I want eBay. There we go. Let's see. I'm looking on eBay right now. Let me grab this so I can put that in. All right, so I got to put in the model number. Damn.
Damn.
Well, someone's got one. Okay, someone's actually got one on here on eBay. They're wanting 75 bucks for it.
What? The whole chainsaw?
For the whole chainsaw. 75 bucks, $30 shipping.
And it runs.
No, it says parts only.
Oh, well, then don't mess with that.
Right, I know.
Not for 100 bucks. Hell no.
That'd be 105.
Yeah, well, 100 bucks, 105, 100 bucks.
Yeah.
You know, when
Selling.
somebody asks me what time it is and it's 5 till 12, I'm like, it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, on here it says selling as is for parts or repair. Turns over.
Yeah, no, because it might be in the same shape as yours is, with a scored piston and cylinder.
Yep. I mean, it's just the same thing.
Uh, okay, tomorrow we're gonna get together tomorrow afternoon about 5 o'clock or something, and I want all the information on that stuff.
I can do that.
I want all the model number, serial number, all that good shit.
I said he posted a link.
Yeah, Scott did. Yeah, well, Briggs did. Yeah, yeah. But that's for a home light. which would be
Yeah.
probably the same thing as that saw there.
Well, those clips look different, and so does that gasket.
Well, then that's not the one.
Yeah.
If talking about the base gasket
Yeah.
that the cylinder goes
gasket.
onto the crankshaft on the
Yeah,
crankcase.
that gasket's totally different.
All right, yeah. Well,
But
that's not
$60
a good.
and 85 cents.
Yeah, that's not a good. Yeah, I saw the link. That's for a home light also.
Yeah.
What's up, Scott?
What's
Mon
up,
ami.
Stephanie Scott? But yeah, I mean, like I said, for something like that, I mean, like I said, on this one here, I mean, I still got stuff I'd have to take apart on it.
You know, that
Make
old
them-
chainsaw, that older model of a chainsaw you got
Right.
right there. Yeah,
You'll see
don't tear that apart.
there's the well, the carburetor mounts to it in there.
Yeah, that older of a chainsaw like that, them things are sweet. I mean, sweet. Okay,
Right.
you get them running, you get them tuned in, boom, you got a good saw. Run them every now and then, and like I said, use the pre-mixed fuel from Walmart or Lowe's or whatever, pre-mix.
Well, as
But
far as
I
I
don't
know,
know. I do not know if that one right there though. I'm going to decipher the half a pint to a gallon. I'm going to decipher that later. Okay.
well, all I know is, like I said, I think this is one that my dad might have bought new. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a possibility that it's one that he wound up buying.
Yeah, like I said, I got the old beavers.
Right.
I got two old beavers in the shop, and those are almost. Well, no, I'm not saying almost. Those are made different than those, and the old beavers.
Right.
Man, those are awesome little saws. And once you know how to take them apart, okay, get it going, those little saws will last. And I mean, they are a
Yeah.
mean little machine. They are.
I mean, now I feel like this. Now with that battery operated one, I like it. I mean, with as many of the 24-volt tools that I've got, I think I counted. I think I got about 10 or 12 batteries. So, I mean, if I've got all my batteries fully charged and all I'm using is that chainsaw, I could go all day with it.
Yeah, but are you gonna cut a 24-inch tree down, left to right,
Yep.
2 foot, 2.5 foot?
Oh, I'm not going to be cutting anything that big.
Okay, well, that little saw you got right there, Will.
Yeah, that that Cobalt one. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking, probably maybe 10,
A foot,
maybe
10,
a
12
foot.
inches around. Yeah. Okay, no, but that little saw you got, that little Craftsman saw,
The Craftsman.
you can do a 2 foot, 2.5 foot tree if you know how to lay one down. Okay, you know how to fell a tree, as they call it.
Oh
Fell
yeah.
a tree instead of making it fall. Okay, yeah, that little saw you got that you just tore apart would handle a 2.5 foot tree easy.
Now, Shaggy, how did I remind you of that? Because we were talking about that about a weed eater earlier. I don't see how I could remind you.
Oh, Shaggy, I still got those links up here for your Tecumseh engine. I'm gonna look at them tomorrow, and then we'll get together on it later on that.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said, that's one of the main reasons why I like, I'm going 24 volt on everything, and occasionally, I know you said don't, but I may wind up getting that Lowe's credit card activated. I may wind up going tomorrow and buying that lawnmower. I don't know. I mean, I know I've got the 80 volt one, but the thing about it is, with that one, all I've got, I think, is three. I think I've got three or four good batteries that go in that 80 volt. Okay, but like I said, I've got about 10 or 12 of my 24, and that one's coming with two more. That's what I probably had to go lean off the dock again.
No, he's getting him some ice.
Ah,
I'm going to hang off the dock again.
Oh, now he is.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, Ken. I mean, I've got my. Matter of fact, I've got one of those too. Yeah. I mean, I've got the 24 volt reciprocating saw, and for me, now, if I want, yeah, I'll use this for when I've got the small. Now, I'll use the chainsaw for cutting the big stuff. But when it comes to real small, maybe like an inch or so, I'll get this out, or I might use it for cutting the stuff up smaller. But I mean, using those, man, like I said, those right there. Nice thing is about with the battery operated, if I want to be out in the backyard at midnight, I can be out there. Nobody's going to be complaining because they're not loud. I mean, you don't have to worry about the engine. I mean, someone could be 2 blocks away and hearing you run a two-stroke chainsaw at midnight. You're not going to be getting away with that. With the battery operated, yeah, you can get away with it. Nobody's really going to know because it's not that loud.
I tell you what, I ain't going to lean off that dock again anytime soon. That's a damn a Cayman out there, a Coco 3, depends on what part of Louisiana you're from. They got a damn big alligator out there that's looking for something for bait. And I'm like, uh-uh.
Oh.
If I go back out there, I'm gonna have to bring my damn 45 with me. And Miss Anna's still lurking. How you doing, Miss Anna? Thank you for hanging around.
Yeah.
And I was talking about you. I was talking about you earlier on another live stream.
There's the intake. That's for the where the carburetor mounts on there. There's the cylinder. And
well, I think Scott Keller said, which we all know who Scott Keller is by his AKA. He wants to see the inside of the cylinder.
All right, and there's how it's all assembled. So there. All right, hang on. I went and washed my hands, get all this damn oil and everything off. You want me to start messing with it again? Really?
That's not me. That's Briggs.
I don't know how good you're gonna be able to see up inside there. Hang on, I know how.
Yeah, with a light.
Yeah. All right.
That's Miss Crystal texting him.
No, that's a notification. You ain't gonna be able. Trying to figure out how to get that work. Trust me, this ain't gonna work.
Okay, heavy gas off of the tree.
Yeah.
Trying starting it and using it. Ain't no way. All right, Scott. You know they make small saws. You know we call them arbor saws. Like Husqvarna makes one. It's 338 or 383. I have one. It's called a top saw. We call them a top saw.
Yep.
Top handle. Okay, put me up with you, Mater.
Do what? Oh,
Put me up with you.
how about
There
that?
you go. All right.
Sorry.
It's called a top saw. Okay. Got top handle. Okay. And they call them a top saw. Two different reasons. It's a top handle saw. Okay. And they are a arborist saw. Okay. A climber saw. Climber saw. They're so light. It's a 338, and then they got a 383 Husqvarna top handle. And those things are a beast. And a 14-inch bars, 14-inch saw. They are a beast.
There's your exhaust.
Okay. Now look in that exhaust port at your cylinder and see what it looks like.
Yeah, I can see some floor marks up inside there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you might need a jug up. Okay, like I said, tomorrow we'll collaborate on the model number and the serial number and all that. If
Right.
not, just hold on to it. Next time we meet up, I'll get it from you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, on this right here,
I
to be
love
honest,
those.
but like I
I
said, to
love.
me,
Hey, hold on a second. I love those old saws. I do. They're collector's items to me. Okay. Okay. Now you can go ahead and.
like I said, for me, it's just, I mean, like I said, I've got this Poland over here. Poland, whatever we call it, wild thing, 18.
Wow thing.
Yeah, I got the
Wow
wild thing,
thing.
18.
Yeah, that is that thing lime green?
Yeah.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with them saws. A lot of people bash them. A lot of people bash those saws.
The only
I
problem with
don't.
this one, hey,
I know how to work on them.
hey, I tell you what the problem is with this one, it don't run.
Okay. I love those wild things. I had several of them.
Like I said, I've got it. I used it. Now, when it was running, it was fine. It did exactly what I needed to do. But it stopped running. Could never get the thing to start. And I mean, pulling on it, I mean, it was like it was wanting to lock up and everything. It wasn't pulling over easy like that Craftsman was. This one here is like you pull it and it's like jerking.
Yeah, a lot of compression.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you got a healthy engine. Okay, you got a healthy engine. That's not including the carburetor. Okay, you got a healthy engine. Put a carburetor kit in it. Boom, you're done.
Right.
and then tune the carburetor to your 40 to 1 or 50 to 1 gas mixture. There's
all I
two
know,
different ways to tune a carburetor. Okay, you
Right.
don't want them wide open. You don't want to be screwing that high speed in there and doing like, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna blow it. Okay, it's running too lean then.
right.
Believe me, I've been working on chainsaws for a long time. I know what I'm talking about. And Pate even acknowledged that earlier.
Well, like I said, for me, I like to ease, and some effect is I don't have to cut trees down all that often. So last time I fired this Poland up was probably 4 years ago, four or
Oh,
five
well,
years ago.
there
Okay,
you
that
go.
was the last
Yeah.
time I had to get it out and use it. Okay, so to me, I'm not thinking, okay, I gotta, you know, fire this thing up every now and then. It's like I don't remember about doing something like that, so it just sits and sits and sits. Like I say, I don't
Uh,
have to worry about doing something like that on a yearly basis. Okay,
right. Yeah. Well, I
the
mean,
electric
I
one,
understand you on that. Okay. Mater, understand you on that. And you always talk about the battery operated saw. Okay.
yep,
You're not knocking down a gas saw. You're not.
no,
And no means or ways or form.
no,
You're not knocking down a gas saw. But you're confident in your battery operated chainsaw.
right,
But there will be times that you need a gas chainsaw. It
true,
might not be this week, might not be next week, might not be this year, it might be next year. You're going to need that gas job for a big job. And
right,
like I was saying earlier tonight in Brandon's stream,
now,
pre-mix fuel, true fuel, put that in your chainsaw, you got a 1 year shelf life. Okay, it will not mess up your carburetor or gum up, do nothing.
right,
And I know Mr. Briggs, okay, uh, he said he uses non-ethanol fuel and he
right,
mixes his own. And I do that too. I used
right,
to do it, but now me and Johnny Best is the one that got me into the habit.
right,
Okay. Now I've been telling everybody, all my customers, not Johnny's customers, my customers. Okay, mine. I tell them use pre-mix fuel. Johnny's been doing that for a long time, working on customer saws, and he'll charge them for that. He'll charge them
right,
and give the rest of the can, give the rest of the can to the customer.
right. Now,
Okay?
now,
And
like
tell
what
them to keep
Eleanor said,
doing that. Tell them to keep using it, and they won't have no worries about a carburetor, problem coming back into the shop.
well, kind of like what Eleanor was saying. He agrees with me, but now for his instance, okay, he's up there on the coast, okay. So yeah, all the hurricanes and the storms that hit him, okay, I can understand him needing a gas powered chainsaw or weed eater or anything like that. You're going to use it more.
Who you talking?
Okay.
Who you talking about?
Talk about LNR.
Oh, Eleanor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back in the chat because I had to go hang off the dock for a second.
Right.
If I'd have had my pistol with me, my 45, I'd have shot that damn gator and missed, and I'd be skinning him right now, and we'd be making some alligator patties, alligator burgers.
Right. Well, here's what he said.
99. Oh, Eleanor, 99.9% of the time, I think, like you when it comes to tools. Harbor Freight, etc. But one difference we have is the need of a chainsaw. I need a gas one because of hurricane. Yeah, that, and I was saying that earlier, Eleanor.
Right.
There's a place and a time for battery chainsaws. If you get in a bind and you only have this much gas, like a half a tank of gas in your steel chainsaw, your $500 saw, and you run out of gas, and you're like, let's see, where can I go to get fuel? Hurricane just hit. Guess what?
No
All the
fuel.
stores are out of commission. So, yeah, unless you have a fuel supply for your chainsaw, which most people do, or have a gallon of the true fuel for $11 from Lowe's, your battery operated Cobalt 40 volt, 24 volt, whatever chainsaw is going to come in handy, cutting small stuff.
Right.
There's a place for battery and there's a place for gas. I agree with
Really?
both of them. But I disagree. I disagree with somebody saying that I don't like gas chainsaws. I like battery chainsaws. I disagree with that. Okay. But you don't do that, Mater. You
No.
just say, hey, mine's for home jobs, around the house stuff.
There he is. But like I said, for me, no. Now, I'm not putting down a gas-powered chainsaw or weed eater. It's the simple fact is that for me personally, I'm not using one on a regular weekly, bi-weekly, monthly basis in order to keep everything going, circulating inside it for the carburetor and everything else. That way, nothing's getting messed up. Okay, like I said, this Poland, last time it was probably 4 or 5 years ago that I had a need to operate it. Otherwise, it's been sitting in the case in the garage. Have I had a need for it? No. So to me, it's like, am I going to remember to go out there and start it up? No, because I've got everything else that I'm thinking of. For me, what works best for me is the battery operated because that chainsaw there, last time I had to operate that battery operated was back in November. And I had to cut some trees down when I had the roofing done. Okay. We're already into September. So we're talking what? Almost a year ago? 10 months ago? Is when I had to use a chainsaw last. Cajun?
Oh,
and
yeah.
It goes for you too, Briggs. Okay. If I let that Poland sit for 10 months, is that thing gonna want to start up easy? No.
It'll start if you use your premix in it.
Cajun, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What do you think that True Fuel is made with?
Non-ethanol gas.
Okay. So what the hell difference does it make if I go to gas pump and pump out a gallon of it and make my own? Explain the difference. I got to hear this because there is no.
Okay. You see, we talked
There is
about
a big
that
difference.
earlier.
You're paying for the name and a big price difference.
We talked about this earlier, Briggs, and I have nothing against mixing my own fuel. Okay, and I told you exactly. You told me what ounces that you put in to a gallon, and I told you what I put in. I put 0.8 0.8 of an ounce to a quart of gas. Okay,
Mhm.
hey, it's the same thing as True Fuel, same thing. And I use non-ethanol. Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you on mixing your own gas. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but I don't do like 2 gallons at a time pre-mix because I don't use that much of it, and I'd rather sometimes buy it pre-mixed because I ran out of oil. Okay, I ran out of my oil, my good oil. So I just buy the premix from my home maintenance on the weed eaters, and that's Mrs. Weed Eater. Actually, I built that weed eater up for her. We got a commercial Husqvarna weed eater. Missy loves it to death. Loves it to death. And I do not disagree with you at all, Briggs. I do not disagree with you. But I was telling my story, my customers, okay, my customers are totally different from me and you. They only use a chainsaw every now and then. And then they'll use the same quart or gallon of premix in their weed eater. And they run the year on it. And they don't have carburetor issues when it sets up coming for the spring. But Briggs, here's where I'm at down here in South Louisiana compares to where you at up in New York. Y'all don't run a lot of equipment in the wintertime. We do. So all our stuff is running almost year round.
Whoa. What do you mean you don't run it? How do you figure that?
Wait, all right. You have a lot of snow up there?
Yep.
All right. You gonna weed eat in the snow?
Nope, but I'm gonna use my 2-cycle Echo snowblower.
Snowblower? Oh, I didn't know they had a snowblower. What you mean a snowblower?
Echo made it about 20 years ago. They made a 2-cycle snow thrower. Does one single stage snow thrower.
Like
50-to-1 ratio.
A handheld model?
No, non-self-propelled single stage snow thrower. 50-to-1 Echo.
I have no idea, about.
That's why I use Echo
snowblower.
products. Because Echo, I'm gonna tell you something. That weed whacker I pulled out. I started there on whose ever stream it was on.
No, I know, Missy, I know what a snowblower is, okay? But I didn't know they made a 2-cycle snowblower. Missy's telling me what they meant for. Oh, I know that, but we don't have no snow down here.
Yeah.
So,
But you gotta understand, we got 2-cycle snow throwers, we got 2-cycle chainsaws, 2-cycle weed whackers, 2-cycle leaf blowers. We've got hell, I've got something that you probably never seen in your life. I got a 2-cycle leaf back. Shot back.
nope, never heard of a shop vac that was 2-cycle. Oh, you talking about a shop vac? You plug in the wall and you suck up water or dust or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope, never heard of a 2-cycle shop vac. Never in my life.
Yep.
Neither have I.
That's because I didn't make one. My father made it in the 1960s with an Echo blower. But
okay,
it's actually, but I got that too. I got that, and it's like the reason why everyone wonders why I push Echo so much, because that weed whacker I made out there, I can tell you, is the engine came off a curved shaft Echo 1100 series weed whacker. I put the engine on a straight shaft.
I do that all the time.
Use,
I do that all the time down here.
Yeah. Well, Echo's engines are all pretty much universal. I can take that engine, all their air filters can be interchanged from one another. You can take their air filter assemblies from the old style to the new style. They run in the same style engine and all their equipment. They all run the same fuel mixture.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, Briggs, I'm not disagreeing with you on certain things at all. I'm, on mixing your own gas or buying true fuel, or pre-mixed fuel. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Nope.
It's just if you mix your own, use your stuff a lot. There you go. Mix your gas. You're using it a lot. Mix your gas with your oil. And like I said, I do my mix 0.8 of an ounce. Okay, almost an ounce to a quart of gasoline. And it runs perfect. And non-ethanol gas. Okay. But
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, just listen for 1 second.
Every 2 hours.
wait. What?
He said, hang on a minute.
Missy
Now,
was
yeah.
talking to me at the same time he was talking.
All right, so Cajun, what is the ratio on that then?
On what? Oh,
Your
40 to
oil
1.
mix.
40 to 1.
Okay.
The 0.8 of an ounce of oil to 32 ounces of gas, a quart, is 40 to 1.
Oh, everyone be quiet for 1 second and listen to this.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, hey, I used to race motorcycles years ago. Okay.
I just tried to show you my dog snoring for you. That's what you were hearing, because that's what he's doing right now.
Put it on camera. We want to see it.
Just a second.
Yeah, 17.
All right, your second's up.
Share it.
I gotta change the camera around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Avatar
Yeah,
right
Scott.
now.
Yeah. Most all jet skis are 2-cycle. Yeah.
Yep.
They all injected too. But guess what happens when the oil injection hose comes off, pops off? Boom.
Very sleepy.
The engine's run. You straight gassed it. And that's what I was trying to pick up on earlier. I was trying to say that with a straight gas engine. Those are the easiest ones to fix. The straight gas, chainsaw, weed eater, whatever. Those are the easiest fix because you know what happened. It's straight gas. The seals are still in good shape. Get a top build, cylinder, piston, wristband, circlet, boom. Oh, and the bearing. Okay.
There's your sleeping dog, Mater.
Boom.
See, now that's one thing, I do have a 4-stroke weed eater, and I've already showed Cajun. It's that Cub Cadet one.
I
Now,
see
I've
the
already
dog
told you,
sleeping, but I don't. I see the dog sleeping, but I don't hear him snoring.
Oh, you want to hear him snoring?
So
Yeah.
snoring is going to come later, Cajun. Soon as
Cool.
Mr. Briggs falls asleep.
No.
Look-
If
look
you,
at that
be
big old
quiet, you'll
dog.
hear him.
Look at that
Ken's
big
got a
dog.
small lap dog.
Yeah, he's freaking out right now.
Wow. Check that out, Missy. Look at that big old dog. A Brennel. That's a Brennel. Brennel.
Stop moving.
Yep.
Diesel.
You got a lap dog, Ken.
Now that's a big lap
Not
dog.
a dog, that is.
He's a German Shepherd boxer mix.
Boxer and what?
German Shepherd.
Oh, okay. Could have fooled me. He's got more boxer than German Shepherd.
Yeah, he's freaking out right now.
Cute little puppy.
Yeah, he's like, why do I see myself on the camera?
But like as far as my point goes, like I said, I'm not going to say that a gas-powered weed eater, snowblower, chainsaw, any of the 2-stroke or even a 4-stroke any of those. They're not bad. I'm not gonna say need to get rid of them. Okay.
I mentioned, I told you that earlier, that
Right.
Mater is not dissing,
No.
he's not talking bad about gas chainsaws and
No.
weed eaters.
No. I'm just saying. That,
Gas has its place,
Right.
batteries have their place.
Okay.
And so
Now-
does mixing your own fuel and buying the pre-mix stuff. Like
Right.
Mr. Briggs was saying, it is cheaper to mix it yourself.
Yeah,
Oh no,
it is.
guys. I
Like,
think
people,
if
for
we
me,
did away,
when I use my chainsaw, I use my chainsaw in August through maybe the end of September. So I buy the pre-mixed Husqvarna stuff because when I bought the chainsaw, when I buy that fuel with it, it extends the warranty by 3 years.
Yes.
So I
It
bought
does.
that stuff, and what I do, I put it in it and I run it, like I said, August through the end of September to clear any hurricane stuff that may be still here, or use it to clear shooting lanes on my hunting club. And then I stick the chainsaw on the shelf in the garage, and I don't touch it until next fall. And it starts right up every time. If I'm doing actual logging and clearing and stuff like that, then yes, what Mr. Briggs is saying, 100%, it is cheaper and more economical to mix it yourself.
That's right.
If I'm
That's
just
right.
going out once a month to prune back some bushes, then yes, absolutely, a battery operated chainsaw is the way to go. You don't need a gas operated one. So everybody that's talking and putting their 2 cents in is right in a certain perspective.
Right. And to me,
I
the
just
way
wanna
I look
say-
at it is that each one it might do the same thing. Okay. My battery operated chainsaw will do the same thing as this Poland. Okay. But each tool has their own advantage over the other. It's not saying one's better. Its fact is that each one does their own job in a certain way.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that, but I got battery powered stuff. It's like me. I'm not gonna lie. I got a gas powered Echo hedge clipper. Guess what? I trim my hedges with a Black & Decker 20-volt battery. You know why? Because my yard, the main yard is 318 feet deep and 100 feet across. That hedge goes down the front of my house, all the way across the back, all the way up, halfway up the other side. It stops at my garage. So you do the math. I mean, let's see. That's almost 500 feet of hedge. Lugging that gas hedge clipper around is brutal.
Right. What are you
I
showing,
just
Dave?
want to say that if we did away with gas chainsaws and clippers, we'd probably end global warming.
What's that look like right there?
Oh my God, we did global warming. Don't sound like Joe. You know who now.
Isn't that a pair of eyes and a nose on that little puppy dog?
Don't get me lying on that. I got one of these damn flying bugs right here bugging. I got a Volkswagen flying around.
I think what that is, that's some jalapeno. It's a stuffed jalapeno, cheese and sausage bread.
Hey, it's your tech guy.
Hey Shaggy, there's enough
Where's he
BS.
at?
There's already been enough.
Are you there?
I don't see him.
Hey Shaggy, there's already been enough BS come out of DC the last 10 years to make global warming last another 500 years. So we ain't gonna hurt anything.
No, and also, I mean, okay, talking about getting rid of it, okay. How much energy does it take to go out there and get all that lithium ion?
Bingo.
The material
You know what's
that
funny?
actually makes these batteries. You got to have all the diesel equipment, the excavating and everything, just to even get it dug out of the ground. Then you got to send it off to refinery to get it all refined. and what are they burning? And then you got
Oh.
all the process of getting it all packaged. And then
Be-
how's
you
it
know
get
what's
shipped
funny?
over?
You know, I've said before, and I don't know if Cage will agree with me or not. The original diesel engines, the diesel engine was designed to run on peanut oil.
Yeah.
If they went back to running the damn diesels on peanut oil, we could get rid of gas engines. Just convert all the cars to diesel and run them on damn peanut oil.
Yeah, but do you know what Henry Ford had the Model T designed to run off of?
Oh, there was a couple of
Alcohol.
things. Some of, yep.
He had it run. The Model T Ford was designed to run on alcohol, grain alcohol, not gasoline. And yeah, Rudolph Diesel, he had his engine designed to run on peanut oil or any kind of vegetable oil. And if you look, what is biodiesel? It's nothing more than veggie oil that you get from restaurants out of their fryers that's been cleaned.
He did like that.
You gotten rid of all the food particles and all the other stuff out of it. I got no
Yeah,
idea,
and-
Mike. I might not be around at that time. Why don't you tell me?
Oh yeah, but you know something. You can't, it's like right now. I'm gonna. If you want, look just for shits and giggles, look up Elmira, New York City Hall. Just type into City Hall. Just type in Google Elmira, New York City Hall, and show a picture of that building. And I'll tell you what I'm going through with this stupidity that in today's mindset.
And you know, it's like okay, talk about something like that. Okay, this is the Cobalt 24 volt half-inch drive impact wrench. Okay, now I've got this. I use this. I use my 3/8, but I've got something else.
Yeah, Juan, you're right, buddy. They got a house for sale down here for 21,000, I think. House, land, everything, commercial property. 21,000.
Damn, I ought to be down there.
House next
Hey,
door.
Cajun, you see what this is?
Yeah, that's an air impact.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do I have an air compressor to run this right now? No. So what good is this here doing me?
Well, we never said that for you to use your air impact.
I mean, there's my 3/8. Here's 2 3/8 impact wrenches.
There you go. You got it.
So
You got it going on.
this one here I can't use because now I do have an 80-gallon 2-stage Cobalt air compressor. Okay. Problem is, it's in the other garage. It has no power to it, and I don't have a 220 setup
It's
here in
a
this garage.
it's a Cobalt air compressor.
I've got an 80-gallon 2-stage Cobalt air compressor. Yes.
Yeah, like one of the big 60-gallon Magnum. The old
But
Magnum.
it's 80. Right. But it's 80 gallon.
Okay. All right. I think that's what I said.
But that's that's one thing I'm saying. Yeah, I've got air tools that I've had for years, especially when I was twisting wrenches. I've got a Mac, half-inch drive impact wrench, and I wound up buying it. And we had one guy at the shop saying, "Oh yeah, I've got he called his Bubba. He said, let me get the Bubba gun out because this thing will take off any kind of bolt." He was working on something. His gun wouldn't budge it. I got mine out, went over, put my socket, hooked up the air hose, went zip. That's okay, fine. Next time I'll get Big Bubba out.
Mhm.
But that's the thing, okay? Those 2 tools, I had half-inch impact. He had one. His wouldn't work. His wouldn't do it. Mine did. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I don't have air. That's why I go the
Yeah.
battery
Okay.
operated.
For that right there, for that, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. For that you just showed, hell yeah. Battery operated impact wrench. You can change the tire on the side of the road like you did with your buddy.
Yep. Right.
Alright.
And I
No.
and I use this.
I'm not gonna carry air impact in my Jeep because I don't have that amount of air in the back part of my Jeep. Okay.
Right.
I'm not gonna carry
A
80
gas air
gallons of
compressor.
air. So yeah,
No, you could
That
buy a
does
gas
come
air
in handy.
compressor. You could buy
Okay.
a gas air compressor, but that'd be a
Yeah.
practical.
But how big? Yeah. But how big
yeah,
are
but
they?
what? Yeah, but why would I want to carry a mobile
That's why I just said that.
gas air
It'd be
compressor?
practical.
Why would I want to carry that if I don't need it, but maybe 3 times a year if I get a flat? Yeah.
I've never had
That's
a flat
that's where
tire
the
on my
battery
personal
that's
vehicle.
where the battery drill impact comes in handy. I got my turbo
That's my 3.8.
20 years. Go ahead, Scott. I hope you took a video of that.
Hey, Shaggy, I got impact sockets. The only thing I haven't got, these are my 1/2 inch. I got standard here. I got metric. The only thing I
There
haven't
you
got
go.
yet was the deep ones.
Not a bad deal. Eddie Tech guy, I sent you a link to jump up in here. Mi amigo, mon ami.
But yeah, I mean, I do have impact sockets. But
Okay.
like, see now that right there, okay? I don't have
Well,
a way of using
oh, okay.
I don't have an air compressor that is operational right now where I can use it. Now, if I had power over at my other garage where that 2-stage is sitting at, oh yeah, I'd have that thing fired up and I'd be probably working over there. Matter of fact, the computer and everything probably would be over there. But I don't have the. I can put a 220 outlet here, but getting that compressor from there to here, that's about 150 feet away.
How come you don't just bury up an airline under the ground and leave the compressor there? Just bury one under the ground and PVC pipe and just.
I don't have
Do a
electric
switch.
over there.
So how did you run it over there before?
I didn't. I never have. I ran it.
Okay.
Now, I had to move. So when I moved, I disconnected the power and everything for it. And then when I wound up moving back in here with my mom, it got put in the garage, and that's where it's been sitting for about 5 years without being operated.
Oh, okay, but it'd still be cheaper to hook up 220 into the garage it's at now than run 150 feet to where you're at.
If I had power out there, yeah, I'd probably be doing everything out there. But I don't have electric to run out to it. I'd have to
Now, how
have a
big's
pole
the shop
put
you're in?
Do what?
How big's the shop you're in?
This garage here is 20 by 20. It's the same size as that one over there, but that one over there, what the deal was, that was sitting on the corner lot. Okay, there was a house sitting over there at one time. House burnt, and the people lived there. They passed away. Kids inherited it. They rented the house out. The house caught on fire. It was beyond repair. So they bulldozed it down, sold the property to my parents. Well, it had a 20 by 20 garage sitting in the very back. So that's where that air compressor and some other things are at right now.
Shaggy, he does have a 1/2 inch cordless impact. He bought a battery deal a while back, about a month ago.
Yeah, right there.
2 batteries, a charger, and he got the 1/2 inch impact for free.
Yeah, that was on Father's Day. They were saying you buy the charger and it came with a 2 amp hour and a 4 amp hour battery. You buy that thing for $129 or $139, and it says, you know, you get choice of whatever tool you want down here for free. Well, hell, I was walking in to buy the half-inch, you know, impact wrench to begin with, and I was actually looking at getting the ultimate output battery. Well, I wound up getting the ultimate output battery for my XTR chainsaw. It's like I wound up buying that. It's like, okay, fine. If I can get another charger, a 2 amp hour, and a 4 amp hour battery, and I get the impact for free, that's $100 I didn't extra have to spend.
See, the impact wrench is going to be the next one I buy too.
Now the
So
actual
what are you
ratchet,
thinking about buying that battery powered Cobalt lawnmower?
No, I haven't bought the 24 volt. I still have my 80 volt.
Yeah.
But
What lawnmower you
I
wanna
would
buy?
still use that. I would still
Right.
use it till it takes a shit.
Yeah, but simple fact is, like I said, with that one right there, as big of an area as I do have now, that 80 volt, I don't have enough batteries to do everything. 24 volt, I'd say I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
8, 9,
Yeah, you're
10.
talking the Cobalt, right?
Correct.
How big's your yard?
A little bit over a quarter of an acre.
I'd
Oh,
run
shit.
from that Cobalt.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think-
no, I got more yard than that.
Yeah.
But I got buildings on mine. So.
No, I wouldn't buy. The only reason why I say that because I know 3 people on my street that bought that Cobalt mower, and they're not built very well. Not the motor themselves, but the body. If you want to buy a battery powered lawnmower, I'd buy the Toro Super Recycler with the aluminum
Okay.
deck.
Okay, but let me ask you this: will that Toro take a Cobalt battery?
Nope, but it comes
Okay.
with an 80-volt battery already
Okay,
in
but
it.
Okay, but will it take a Cobalt 80 volt battery?
You know you don't need everything to have the same battery meter. You want quality, you want junk. Cobalt makes good hand tools. They do not good. Their lawnmowers are not up to the same par as their drills. Just like I'm gonna tell you right now. Guess what? Echo used to make a push mower. They don't make one anymore because they were junk. But I'd buy an Echo 2-cycle product all day long. I'm just telling you a piece of advice. If you want a good mower that was battery powered, buy the Toro Super Recycler with an aluminum deck. Comes with an 80-volt battery. You can mow almost 2 acres of lawn on a charge. They're $589 online. That's
Okay,
a quality
now-
build.
How
That's
much
all
are,
cast
how
aluminum.
much are spare batteries?
$120.
That's not bad, but considering the fact is, like I said, I've got about
If you-
10. I've got about
Yeah,
10.
and I understand what you're saying, but Cobalt's, and I do. They make a great power tool, hand tool, but their lawnmowers suck. If I took you to if it was daylight and I took you and showed you the 3 that are in my street, the only reason why they still have them is because they're hoping Cobalt will do the right thing and fix them. Every one of them had the same problems: wheels falling off, the electrical switch is shorting out. They just didn't hold up. The Ryobi is makes a better battery powered lawnmower. But if you
Hey.
want a real good quality battery powered lawnmower that will probably last you 20 years, I would look up the Toro Super Recycler battery. It will actually mow almost 2 acres. They say an acre and 3/4 on one charge.
Well, I looked it up. Okay, then look up that Cobalt 24 volt mower. It says it'll run up to an hour on one charge with 2 batteries. And
Yep.
they're 5 amp hour batteries.
And the Toro is an 80-volt.
Okay, but like I said, how many 24 volt batteries do I have? I've got plenty of them. If I have every single one of my 24 volt batteries charged, I can get
Yeah.
out there forever running that one mower.
Oh, I understand that part, the battery part, but how? But question: how much is the Cobalt?
$450.
Mm-hmm. Just over $100 more. You can get one that'll last 20 years where the Cobalt fall apart. It's plastic, or it's probably it's all depending on the model. They had some that were plastic and some that were steel. They'll rust out in 5 years.
Well, the 80 volt that I had originally, it wound up crapping out after about 3.5 years. I found my receipt. I took it up to Lowe's, showed them the receipt from when I bought it, told them what the problem was. They said, go get another one right off the shelf. I got a brand new one, and it was a brushless this time. And I got an exact replacement for it. That one actually came with a 5 amp hour battery, whereas the other one, it only came with a 2.5 amp hour. So I got a better mower with a bigger battery.
Yeah, how many battery-powered lawnmowers have you had? 2. In how many years?
And going on what, 6 years?
6 years. My next door neighbor's been mowing with a Toro Super Recycler now for going on 10 years with one lawnmower, one battery, paid $560 for his originally, and he's still going with it. So you've spent almost $800, or would have spent over 800 if it wasn't for the fact he had the receipt and had gone through 2. He'll probably run that another 10 years. So show me the difference in quality.
Okay, how long has he had it?
10 years.
How long have you known me?
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Then how come you didn't tell me about it 10 years ago?
Because I didn't know you 10 years ago. But if I'd known you 10 years ago, I would have. But I'm telling you now.
I didn't know anything about it. Okay, 10 years ago, I didn't know anything about it. In fact, 10 years ago, I didn't even have the Cobalt 18 volt tool set.
Well, that's why I'm telling you that now. Just seriously look into the Toro. I'm just the quality of those Cobalt. I know you got the batteries, and I understand what you're saying. It's nice to have everything work on the same batteries. But when it comes to their lawnmowers, the Cobalt lawnmowers suck. I know too many people have too many problems with them. And even though you have a warranty, eventually that warranty does wear out.
Well, it does wear out, but the simple fact is for me, the reason I like the Cobalt line is because I'm already in it. So to me, I don't see a need to go and buy another tool line. It's like, I've already got these. Okay, why would I need to go get a Milwaukee M18?
Oh, yeah.
Tools.
I'm not telling you, but
when I'm already in but I'm saying I've already got the Cobalt 24. So why would I want to spend? Yeah, that one might be more. It might be a little bit better, but why would I want to spend the money to go into a different tool line? And then it's like, how much am I going to spend for more batteries and more? I can get 2 of these 24 volt 4 amp hour batteries for $100.
So let me ask you. Okay, but it's like me. That'd be like me saying, I got DeWalt power equipment. I've got a DeWalt 18 volt hammer drill that was my old man's. So does that mean I should go out and keep buying DeWalt? And I got a bunch of Black & Decker batteries. I know what you're saying. It's as far as having one, but how would you like it? Okay, say that. We'll just say the I don't know how you got away with getting an arm mower after 3 years, because most of the time they don't give you a gas lawnmowers only have a 2-year warranty, most of them. But either way, how would you like if you bought that Cobalt and say 3 years from now, motor burned up, out of warranty, you had to buy another one, spend another $400 and some bucks. So how's that economical?
Considering the fact that they have a 5-year warranty on them. As long as I've got the receipt from when I bought it, that's why I took that other one back to Lowe's.
So, Mayor, let me ask you this: Why did you go to the battery operated lawnmower instead of? If you're going to spend upwards of $400 to $500 on one, why not just buy one of the push mowers that are like $200 or $300?
As far as the gas powered one?
Yeah. What made you go with the battery operated version?
I bet you I could tell them. No oil changes. Don't have to worry about it starting, and easy to store. That's what 90% of the reason why people go with them.
Wrong.
Well, that's unusual because that's what most people do it for.
Because I already got into the Cobalt 80 volt system with the weed eater. Because at the time, Cobalt was offering a deal. You buy the 80 volt weed eater right now, and we'll give you a rebate to get a free battery. So I was like, okay, fine. So I wound up doing that. So I got that 80 volt weed eater, 2 batteries. Okay, fine. And then when I found out about the 80 volt push mower, it came with 2 batteries and a charger. So I'm going, okay, fine. So that's going to give me 4 batteries, 2 chargers. Okay, fine. That way I can have batteries charged all the time. And then I want to
Okay.
find another battery.
Mayor. The question was, what made you decide to go from gas to battery operated? Why did you buy your first battery operated unit?
Because he had the battery operated weed eater, so he went with it to stay with the battery system.
Oh yeah,
Just
but
like what
okay.
he's doing
Why
now.
did you buy the battery operated weed eater? Why?
Because Cobalt was offering a special on them at that time. Or Lowe's,
Oh,
I should
okay.
say.
All right.
Like I said,
All right.
the deal was if you buy that particular one, they will give you a rebate coupon to get a free battery. Okay.
Okay.
This is like
All right.
now.
I got
okay.
you. I got you.
Now, earlier this year, I wound up buying the 24 volt weed eater. Okay. I think it's was it 129 or 100? It's just over $100. Okay. And you can go to the Lowe's website. You can find it on there. The 24 volt weed eater by Cobalt. It's like you'll find it on there with the charger and the battery. But they were also having a special where same price you buy it, but it comes with a free extra battery. So you get 2 batteries along with it and the charger. Okay, so I wound up getting that, and there is a big weight difference between the 2.
Oh, there's a
Now,
huge
after
Oh
that,
yeah. Oh yeah.
that 24 volt is a brushless. Okay, so the actual motor is sitting down inside the head. Now with the 80 volt that I've got, the motor is actually in the shaft. And I can sit there and separate it. I can put different attachments to it. That was another thing I liked, is that one there, I could put different attachments to it. So that's why I went with the 80 volt at the time. But that thing, weight wise, right now, no, I'd rather get out there with that 24 volt one than the 80 volt. And even Crystal agrees. Yeah, this 24 volt is no problem. We're talking about 10 pounds lighter.
And see, I've got the same weed eater, the Cobalt one. I've gone back to gas powered Husqvarna. I
Right.
bought it because it was a ridiculously stupid good deal. I think I paid like $60 for it after my military discount and the sale that they had. And at the time,
Wow.
it was the most economically priced one that I could afford.
Right.
But that's the only battery powered one that I've bought. And like I
Right.
said, I've gone back to the Husqvarna gas powered ones. So
Oh,
I was just
what you
kinda
got,
curious why you
You got
did
the 128. You got the 128 or what?
128 LD.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
I actually
I
ended
got
up buying a
one.
brush cutter, the same one. So it's a separate unit, but it's got the saw blade on it that cuts brush and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it
Right.
came
Yeah.
with the weed eater head on it as well. And I'm like, well, now I've got 2. So I mean, it is what it is.
Right. Now,
I got a
there's another-
128.
Right.
I can break it out, and I just about guarantee you, the second pull, the first pull maybe, second pull it'll pop off. No problem.
Hey, guess what, guys? No, I'm not sleeping. I think I kind of proved my point that it was my dogs because I'm
Yeah.
still wide awake. You
Right.
know.
I didn't
All right.
hear any snoring though.
All right. Well, Ken, okay. But here's something else. Another reason,
That's 'cause I'm
one
here.
main reason
And I didn't
that
let the
I
dog.
wanted to go into the battery operated push mower is that with my job, I'm going in, like I said, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I've been getting off 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Okay? So I'm tired, I'm hot, I'm sweaty right now, especially during the summer. So I'm not going to feel like getting out there and mowing, say 7:30 at night. Well, that also doesn't give me a lot of, as I say, daylight. Okay, but where I live, I've got a huge street light right on the corner, and I'll play this. I have been out there 11, 12 o'clock at night with that push mower out there mowing. Not a single complaint. Now, if I was out there with a gas-operated push mower, you know how many of my neighbors would be complaining and calling the cops on me? Or if I was out there with a gas-operated chainsaw, cutting up tree limbs?
Yeah, but we don't have no reason to be running a chainsaw at night.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. For me, with
Hey.
the hours I've got, with my job, getting that nighttime, it's the coolest part of the day for me to be able to get out there. Okay, so
Yeah.
I get out there and I will do it. I'll do it at nighttime. I don't have a problem. That's why I love having a push mower that's battery operated. It's quiet. I don't have to worry about getting out there and having my neighbors get pissed off at me, calling the cops. And the cop shows up, hey, you're breaking a noise ordinance.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, believe me, ever since battery came out, I've seen a lot of people mow their lawns at night just because of the heat, not because some of them are retired. They do it at night because it's cooler.
Yes.
That was one of the main factors in why I bought it. It's
But
because I
90%
can get
of
out there at
people-
nighttime when it's coolest.
But 90% of the people that buy battery powered lawnmowers do it because they're too lazy to maintain their gas.
Hey guys, can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Ed, the old tech guy? How you doing, mon ami?
Hey everybody, it's Ed the old tech guy. I wanted to get in
Speak
on
up,
this
Ed, we
conversation.
can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, we
Yeah.
can't hear you over Mater's battery powered lawnmower.
Or
I'm gonna
Briggs,
t-
or Briggs, 2-cycle.
well, I wanted to get in
What's
on
up,
this a
Ed?
little bit.
So what's your point of view on this one, Ed?
To be honest with you, I think nothing beats gas. That's my opinion. And the reason why I say that is I got an old Lawn Boy lawnmower that I purchased for like $50. Found out that the engine was shot. I got it at Home Depot in one of those that didn't work. One of those aisles that didn't work. I got this a long time ago. I don't even remember how old it is. It's as old as I've owned my house, I think. It's like 20 years.
A lawn boy lawnmower. A 2-cycle?
Lawn Boy lawnmower, green. I think it's
Two-cycle.
Lawn Boy. And
2-cycle, right?
Oh,
and I called up Lawn Boy. I told them, hey, my lawnmower ain't no good. They ran the serial number and they're like, hey, we'll send you a new motor. They sent me a motor. I replaced the motor. Now, remember, it was already defective. They knew it was defective. They could have told me, nah, that was defective. They sent me the motor, replaced the motor. For about 10 years, I would say I was horrible because of the type of job that I had. I was horrible at ever changing the oil, changing the air filter, doing anything to that lawnmower. I did nothing to that thing. That thing started up every second, third pull. And it always has. And only now that it's getting a little older, I feel kind of sad for it. Now I'm changing the oil. And so 10 years, I didn't change the oil. Think about that for a second.
Yeah,
And,
Oh, okay.
and-
All right. You talking about a different lawn boy than we talking about.
yeah, maybe.
The
But
old lawn boys were
mhm.
2-cycle engines, like an outboard motor.
No.
And the muffler exhaust was on underneath the bottom by the blade. And they
Yeah,
had
no.
that offset tire.
No,
Yep.
this one did not have the offset tire.
Nope.
It
Yeah,
um,
that's
Did not
a
have
fake
that.
lawn
Okay.
boy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's when
No,
He's got
MTD
a
was
newer
bought out
one.
by. That's when MTD bought out Lawn Boy. They were not the true Lawn Boy. True
Yeah.
Lawn Boy were 2-cycle.
yes, yes, yes. You just said it right there. So I'm not an expert on small engines, but you said it right there. When I have had to buy parts for that machine, they usually have to look up a different brand for it, and I think you just said the brand right now a
MTD.
minute
Yeah,
ago.
Well,
MTD made the
uh,
guy.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You talking about the lawnmower deck or the engine itself you was looking up a port for?
The
I don't know. I
engine's
was looking up
quantum.
an engine part, and in order to find an engine part at my local shop, they usually want the stamp on the engine and then some type of other label that's like
Well,
cotter
that's because
pinned
it's a
in.
Briggs engine.
Model,
Yeah,
type, code.
yeah, yes. But if I want parts for my bag or anything else, they want the model number of the device. They want everything.
Right.
They don't just
Correct.
want the engine part
Correct.
information.
All right. I'm gonna look up an old. Oh God. All right. I'm gonna look something up.
Okay, look it up. Look it up. I'll even send you pictures if you want. This thing's still running and it's running strong. And I was horrible at even like making sure that I drained the gasoline on it. And I didn't do a lot of maintenance on it at all, and it always worked well. And my other issue with it is, so you guys know I'm a big techie, right? um, the problem is everybody's going to lithium batteries, and they're thinking that that's the thing that's going to save everything. I actually am a little frustrated that Tesla is growing by leaps and bounds as big as it's growing, because it's good to have portions of the country that are going to have electric vehicles. Think about big cities. Yes, have battery vehicles in your big cities. That makes sense. Most of your trips are about 30 miles long. But the minute you go into, say, Texas, rural Texas, Richardson, Plano, and places like that, where everywhere you got to drive 80 miles. You can't. Number one, you're concerned about range, and number two, you're really taxing the electrical network of the nation by charging up your car. And a lot of people are thinking that their car or lithium ion battery based lawnmower is possibly saving the environment or helping the environment. Well, we're burning gas, coal, nuclear, and all kinds of other stuff to build the electricity to charge your battery. So
Right.
I don't see the savings. Actually, I'm seeing the destruction that lithium mining actually does. I don't mind it being in drills and power equipment, but I start getting annoyed when you have to have 300 cells to power something. Lawnmowers, you have 2 to 4 batteries. You might as well just get a gas powered one. It's going to be more efficient in the end. Now, you do have to do the oil, and I will tell you that when it comes to my mom, grandma, my wife, and my daughters, battery makes total sense. If you know how to change oil and stuff like that, I think you'd be doing yourself a disservice by, going with a battery unit. Now, Mater makes a good point. You're mowing the lawn at night. I can't speak to that. You're absolutely right. You're gonna mow off hours. That thing is probably whisper quiet to your neighbors. So I get that. But
Right.
any other situation, chainsaw, like my still chainsaw, nothing beats my still. Nothing. I got my chainsaw. I can chop trees down with that thing. I got battery and electric ones. They're garbage. They can't chop a tree down.
Right. Now, another reason that I just remembered, I was asked, what made me go and get that battery operated push mower.
Mm-hmm.
Simple fact is, at the time, now I'd gone to Home Depot and I wound up buying that Ariens lawnmower, the riding lawnmower. Okay. And you could tell it had been used and been returned. Okay. So they had a special, price for it. Okay. So I wound up getting it, and I got a push mower also at the same time. Well, About 6 years ago, I was out there mowing with it. That's when it decided to give up everything, and there's a hole about that big around in the side of the block. Okay, and like what Cajun says, yeah, it that had the not areas, but had the Kohler uh courage, or as like he likes to say, the discourage 19. Okay, and there's even a video out there on YouTube by Musty One. He actually had one that the engine was locked up. He took the thing apart and found out what the problem was as far as what made it lock up. Well, I contacted my local uh, small engine repair shop, told them what kind of mower I had, and told them what engine I had. And he told me how long have I had it. I told him I've had it for about 3 years. And he goes, and it just now happened? He goes, yeah. He said, that particular engine was a good idea, but bad design. And most of the time, those engines are only good for about a year, year and a half. I said, okay, how much is it going to cost me to get another engine for that mower? And he was telling me I'm looking around $1,200 for another engine. I'm going, I don't have that kind of money. For less than $500, I could get an electric, a battery operated push mower that operated on the same battery platform as a weed eater I had. That was one of the main reasons why I went with the 80-volt push mower, because it was going to cost me $1,200 to get my riding lawnmower up and going, just for another engine for it, or do I go for $500 and I keep going?
Yeah, I think gas has gotten a bad name due to the maintenance and due to some of the EPA restrictions that continue to be placed on anything that burns gas. When you got to put that stupid little screen in the what do they call that? The
Spark arrestor.
the spark arrestor. Thank you so much. And when you got to put that stupid little screen that I have to clean out every other year because it gets gunked up, and that breaks somebody's motor. I get now. I'm not a small engine guy, but I get a lot of people know I'm a handyman guy, and they'll bring me stuff to fix. And you guys have seen me fix probably on my videos, lawnmowers and other stuff. But not what was it? Whatchamacallit, a spray washer. But I don't mind fixing it because it makes sense. But all this EPA stuff that they keep adding to it makes these things break down, and it's an easy sell to go to battery saying, man, look, it's going to break down on you like all this other stuff. In the end, it's simple stuff. I know a guy.
Believe it or not, that ain't what's killing the gas engines. What's killing the gas engines is the ethanol and the gas, and people don't want to spend the extra money. That's 90% what's killing the fuel systems. It ain't the ignition systems. It ain't, and what you're talking about is part of the emission, which is getting screwed up from the ethanol. If you ran non-ethanol gas, that screen you're talking about would never get plugged up.
Absolutely, I agree 100% with you.
But
the challenge is that
people don't want to spend the money.
Yeah, you'd have to go buy True Gas, right, or something of that effect. And
Now,
how much
Ed,
does that cost?
Right. Okay. Now, Ed, I'll put like this. Now, last year, it just happened that when I started going through Harbor Freight and everything, and I knew about the engines that they have. Okay, I knew about the 670. I knew about the 708, which is the vertical shaft drive. Okay, it's a V twin. Okay, instead of a horizontal, it was a vertical.
Yeah.
But the thing was $1,000. Okay, I'm going. I don't have $1,000 to go buy another engine for this riding lawnmower. But at the time, Harbor Freight, with their coupons and everything, had one out there that said either the 670 or 708 were like $670. Okay, that $670. Now I had a credit card where I could be able to purchase that. So yeah, last year, and there's a video of me doing it when I bought that engine and everything. I wound up buying it. Okay, I put that on that running lawnmower, but that's only because at the time I could afford it.
There's
So
also there's also a big push, and I hate to say it because it affects most of us on here. There's a big push on YouTube for a lot of people to say, "Oh, look at this electric stuff is best," right? And there's customers going, "Yeah, I'm going to get that because I heard these guys say it's the best," and they're foregoing the power and reliability of gas. And I
Oh,
didn't catch the gentleman's name, but if you're absolutely right, if you run your stuff like I've told many people, if you want to run in the middle of the season, you want to run your gas with the mixed oil in it, great.
right,
But then at the end of the season, your last fill up has to be with True Gas, and the beginning of the season, do it again with that, and you're going to be fine. I've been doing that. I've never had an issue since. Or the other strategy I do is I dump the oil completely. I run my thing till it dies, and then I the bulb at the bottom, the little bowl,
primer.
I empty it out, and I never have issues. And people bring me their stuff all the time. Why is mine broken? Like, well, clean that stuff out.
hey, hey,
That's true.
Shaggy. Hey, Shaggy, if it ain't the ethanol, why don't you come up on the panel and tell me what you think it is? Because I guarantee you 90% of the problems with today's small engines is the ethanol and the gas. If you don't, if you think it's something else, you're full of crap. Because every video Mixed Mowers makes, Ken, small engines, and all it is carburetor issues from the ethanol, the water, and the gas.
Mr. Briggs, Shaggy's just stirring the pot. That's all he's been
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
I
Shaggy's
know,
just
he's
starting trouble, but I
I know, but
agree
he's
with you. I agree. I agree with you 100%.
that's
Ethanol.
retarded comments like that that irk the shit out of me. He acts like a fucking retard that escaped from the psych center. Go stick it in your white ass or whatever.
Hey,
Whatever.
Briggs, ethanol gas is bad for small engines. It is.
Absolutely.
Right.
No,
Now,
no.
Ed,
I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that point. That's why True Gas is making so much money. And heck, I've even met guys that buy on untouched gas, like in the barrel, and they keep that and they use it for their stuff. That I agree 100%. If we could go back to the regular unleaded gasoline without the extra stuff
Ethanol.
that they put in it, this stuff would last. These things would last a long time.
Right. Okay, but
No.
now here's my question. Okay, True Fuel. How long has that product been around?
Talking about True Fuel, like what I was talking about earlier
Yeah,
for the.
if you go get pre-mixed in a can.
Okay, all right.
How long has that been on the market?
3 years shelf life. Okay. Now it's been on the market for quite some time, but it's got a
I said, I've been
3 year
buying it
shelf
for about
life.
7
You
years
put
now.
it in your chainsaw or weed eater, you have a year. A year. But you're gonna use your chainsaw or your weed eater before that year time expires comes up. Okay, you're gonna keep moving around that fuel. You're gonna add more fuel to it. Okay. Missy, she runs the weed eater over here in the house. She does.
Mhm.
The only time I touch that weed eater is to add more, and I got that thick, almost like my pinky right there, line that goes into the head I have on that weed eater. I don't have one of the bump and go
Right.
on my Husqvarna weed eater. I changed the head, and I got that aluminum one that uses the pull through
Right.
style like that comes up. All right, and I use stuff that's almost 3/16 of an inch.
Okay, but here's my point. Okay, years ago, I never heard about True Fuel. When it came to a two-stroke, growing up, I only knew about getting the oil mixture and then measuring it out and mixing it with gas. Okay, so True Fuel to me, that was a new product. I never heard of that. So that's why I went to the other. Now, but Ed, like Cajun was green. I'm not dissing a gas operated outdoor equipment. I'm not putting them down for anything. They have their particular place for doing certain things. Okay? It's like you work on computers, okay? Now, how often are you going to use a screwdriver bigger than this working on a computer?
No, to your point, later, there's a tool for the job. And
Right.
when it comes to battery equipment, there's convenience that needs to be talked about.
Right.
I have no issue with that.
Right.
But in my mindset, it's kind of a fun toy to buy a battery chainsaw, a battery lawnmower. I mean, they're good. You can use them all the whole season if you want as your main mower, but I would always keep a gas one just in case. That's me
Right.
personally. I'm giving you my personal opinion.
Right.
I have a gas one now, and do I want to buy a battery one? I do, just for fun. Just because I know sometimes my wife doesn't want to go through the trouble of pulling that cord. And there's something else to be mentioned here. As you get older, and some of these older people, they can't pull that cord like that. They can't bend
Right.
down and pull like 10 times when the ethanol has caused an issue in that
Carburetor.
in the carburetor. So battery has a place. There's a tool for the job, and that's
Right.
the point, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a
I knocked on that
Okay,
subject
right.
earlier. I did.
Right.
Okay.
I did.
And here's the thing
Big time.
also. Right. Now, that Predator 708, the one I got and put on
Mhm.
that riding mower,
Mm-hmm.
that thing, like I said in a video, I even did it on you can go back and you can go look on Harbor Freight, and I did a review on that. I said, this thing is a beast of an engine at 22 horses. Okay. I could tell a big difference between that 19 horse, trying to remember the manufacturer, the Kohler. Thank you.
Kohler.
Right. I could tell a big difference between that 19 horse Kohler Command or Courage over the Predator 708 being a V twin. Okay. But here's the thing. About 2 months ago, I literally had to go out there, pull the carburetor off, and get it all taken apart because the little solenoid had gummed up enough to where it was not working. Okay. I went out there last weekend or the weekend before, sitting there, and it was starting the mower, and it just turned over and over and over and over. And it's like, okay. And I sat there, I got down by the carburetor, I turned the ignition on and off. I couldn't hear it clicking. That means I got to pull that carburetor back off again and clean it up again. But this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify that switch that's up in there by taking that spring out, taking the needle out, and I'm actually going to put in a fuel shutoff valve in the line. And what I'm going to do is every time I get up and run it, I will get out there. I'll do the mowing that I've got to do. I'll shut the fuel off, let that carburetor run dry. But now I'm also looking at the age of that mower. That thing's about 15 years old. That still has the original tires on it. They're getting dry rotted. Okay. I got lucky. I found on eBay I can get all 4 tires for $125. That's 2 front, 2 rears, $125. I'm going, to me, that's not bad, considering the fact that my local small engine shop said, yeah, he can get one for like $70 for 1 rear tire.
Oh no, they're cheaper than that.
And
Hey,
see,
I went to Tractor Supply. They're about $65 at Tractor Supply.
Yeah, that is something
So
to be said.
maintenance wise on this ride lawnmower is costing me more and more money
Put up.
over the long term of having it, and it's a gas powered.
I don't think so. So Mater, I guess one of the things that should be said is I don't think there's a right or wrong on what mower you buy, because
Right.
the mower that fits you is the one you should get. But
Right.
so I'm thinking you look at the city houses that that are around me, and all the little city houses in New York and Chicago and places like that. Our lawn is a really small lawn. So
Right.
a battery mower for that, or an electric mower, okay, cool. Once your mower starts getting, once your lawn is quite big, kind of like when you go into the suburbs of some of these big cities, where you got half an acre or an acre, nah, man, you can't. I wouldn't trust battery for that, right?
Right.
Right.
So there's absolutely a place and time for certain things. Now there's something to be said too about your batteries. As your batteries get weak, your lawnmower is gonna crap out. And then like the Makita system. Now, I love Makita. You guys know I love Makita. Makita makes a great battery lawnmower,
I
but
thought you liked Ryobi.
I didn't know that.
but it uses a dual battery setup, right?
Right.
So when one of those batteries gets weaker, the whole system gets weaker as a whole.
Correct. Yeah.
And how do you know if your battery's getting weaker? Because your charger doesn't tell you. Nothing really tells you except for you watching it. And people kill their batteries all the time by leaving them in their truck, leaving them in their car in the heat. Heat kills these batteries, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you always get an exact amount of work time, usually, from a gas-powered mower that is maintained properly. But with a battery mower, you really can't tell. You're going to say,
Right.
hey, it mowed an acre yesterday. Why isn't it mowing an acre today? I did charge
Right.
my batteries.
Oh, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But like you said, each tool they serve their own purpose. Okay. And like I said earlier, now I've got an 80-gallon 2-stage Cobalt air compressor. I've got, I got a Mac half-inch impact wrench. I've got the Mac 3/8, and both of them are air. But I don't have electric over to that garage to operate that air compressor. So for me, I have to go with the battery operated, because it's the simple, easiest, fastest way for me to be able to do that. Now, when I changed out that the engine on that riding lawnmower last year, I didn't have the half-inch. What really sold me was the 3/8 impact wrench I've got. I couldn't believe the fact is it had no problem whatsoever loosening or tightening any of the bolts, especially the main pulley bolt. I just got in there and it just zipped it out, no problem. I figured it's going to sit there and sit there and sit there, being 3/8, and it's like it went no problem. But now, if I, like I said, now it's still in bricks. Now, if I had electric, run over to my other quad where I could use my 80-gallon 2-stage air compressor, then yeah, I would be basically using all my air tools, and my setup that I've got here right now would be over there.
I think
I'd be using air.
I think too many people are taking judgment out of this or internalizing judgment on our choices. And I think that's the point, is that these are choices. So Chef Shade Tree makes a good point, saying, hey, I'm going to use a battery chainsaw when I climb a tree. I have to change screens because I'm using my phone right now to look at the comments. But Chef, absolutely. If you could, I would use a electric pole saw at certain sections if it makes sense to me to use one. But if I'm going to cut a big, heavy tree from the bottom, one of those trees that's grown all the way high and gotten super thick, man, I'm sorry. Even the Makita 80-volt chainsaw, I personally am not going to trust it to do that. I'd rather a gas mower at that point, because you have to start thinking about things like kickback, and you got to start thinking about things of slippage and mistakes, and you could hurt yourself, right?
Yeah.
But are you gonna cut some branches? Are you gonna cut the very top of the tree and use electric? There's no problem with that.
All right, you see what this is?
You know what, Ed, you just repeated what I said before.
Oh,
Yeah.
I,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I just came
You
on.
did.
Sorry,
You
guys.
did. Okay, Ed. Look on my last post. I didn't tag you in it. I should have tagged you in it. For that link. Let me do it. Let me do it right quick.
So
Okay,
while he's doing
Ed.
that, Ed, you made a comment earlier, and I want to add on top of it. What you said was that your personal belief is that everybody should have a gas-powered lawnmower. I agree with that statement. Now, if Mater wants to have a bunch of battery-operated stuff, all for it, 100%. If that's what suits him, perfectly fine.
I'm 100% with Mater also on his battery power stuff. I am
My
also.
additional comment to it is my fear with all this push for the lithium ion battery operated this and that, whether it's a leaf blower, a lawn mower, a weed eater, whatever, is that eventually we're going to get to the point to where that stuff, because of the new generation of kids growing up in that mindset, that we're going to lose the gas powered type stuff altogether, which is going to shut small mechanics completely down to where I'm going to be in the middle of the night running into Cajun's backyard and trying to steal a carburetor off from his lawnmower to try to get mine back running.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what my fear
I've
towards
had that happen already, believe it or not. I've had it happen. I had a few mowers out back, porch mowers. And guess what?
that stuff goes missing. And
Blades,
yep.
Carburetor and a tank on the classic Breeze and Stratton. The little 4.5 horse. Oh yeah.
I'm a big component of supporting your local businesses. All of my bait and tackle and stuff that I buy from a local shop up the road from my house.
I gotta get
When I
some more
walk
water.
in
I'll be
there,
right
he
back.
knows me by name. When I buy a new fishing pole, he's thankful because that $140 I just spent on a fishing pole is paying his light bill for the month. When it comes to major purchases, like when I bought the Husqvarna riding mower, there isn't a dealer around that sells the riding mowers besides the big box stores. So if it's going to save me $400, $500, $600, then yes, I will buy from a big box store like Walmart or Lowe's or Tractor Supply or something. But there's a place up the road in the town of Jacksonville. Well, it's a city of Jacksonville, North Carolina. They have it's a Husqvarna dealer for small stuff. They don't do the big things. But all my oil for the oil changes and stuff like that, I do it myself because I am a do-it-yourselfer. However, I buy it from them as opposed to from the big box stores because I want to support that small local business. Because we had another one called Pumpkin Center Lawn and Garden. They ended up closing their doors this past month. After 34 years of being in business, they closed their doors because they were getting outsold by some of these bigger companies. So that's what just my 2 cents I wanted to add on top of what you were saying earlier.
No, great thought for sure. And if I could just pile on that just a little bit, it's not just the lack of knowledge that is being, or the amount of knowledge that's being lost, because this new generation, the people that are coming up now, they want convenience, they want instantaneous gratification. So they want things to work immediately. Pulling a string 4 or 5 times is not conducive to the way they think. Trust me, I get people dropping me off equipment every day to fix all the time. And I'm not a professional small engine guy. I just work on stuff for fun. And if I can't fix it, I tell them take it to the local shop. And they're like, what local shop? So the other thing that's killing the local shops is Amazon, Walmart, and all these other guys. And on top of that, it's the guys that are buying the parts locally and then reselling them on Amazon, eBay, and everything else. Bro, you bought the part for $35. You put a 50% markup and you're selling it online. And the only reason people are buying it online is because it's easy to type in the model number and hit find, and boom, there it pops up. And you'd rather trust that guy because he's got 5 stars than your local business because you don't know them.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
there's a lot of things going on here that are happening at the speed of light, unfortunately. I've made friends with my local he was dealing Echo or Ego or Echo. I'm not a big small
Echo.
engine guy. Echo. So he's doing Echo, but you should see he's got every kind of machine out in front. But I bought a card from him to repair my still chainsaw, and I was like, dude, the still chainsaw carb is $45. Are you kidding me? I could buy this on Amazon for $10.
Yes,
he's like, you're right.
absolutely.
He's like, you're right, you can, but he said it's a Chinese imitation. He said, I'll tell you what, buy it, and if it works, feel free to put a negative comment on my on Google for me. But if it doesn't work, come and buy mine. And I did it. I absolutely did it. I bought the Chinesium, put it in my Stihl chainsaw, and it ran like garbage. It kept revving. I couldn't keep it well controlled. I didn't like it at all. So I called him up, said, can you still order that? He's like, I got it in-house. Come get it. I went, got it, put that Stihl one. Here's the difference that I noticed. That Stihl one had gasoline, it had a little bit of gas in it. And I told him, hey, I called him up. I'm like, hey, excuse me being a novice, but there's gas in here. He's like, yes, that's because they tested it at the factory. I was like, what a novel idea. They tested it at the factory. So I popped it in there, tested it, and boom, my chainsaw's been running great ever since.
Yep.
So
There you go. Yeah.
there is something to be said about that, but unfortunately, the internet and Amazon and all those players also have a stake in destroying some of these small businesses from selling parts like that. So
Yeah,
you can't just blame it on the young kids that want
No,
instantaneous.
I'm guilty of doing it too. I'm guilty of ordering something on Amazon because it was a lot cheaper. Because at the time I wasn't as financially stable as I am right now. So I mean that was my option. It was either not fix it or buy it from someplace like Amazon to where it would at least run enough to use it to get me through. So you are correct on that. It's not just the younger generation, but we're going to see it more and more with the younger generation because they haven't learned those lessons like you and I have. And they're not going to because they don't want to learn those lessons.
Right.
LNR, how many of these young people do you know have tools? Just start
None.
there. They don't have tools, man.
No.
One guy was looking at me cross-eyed because he noticed I have a breaker bar in my car. He's like, why do you have that? In case somebody comes up at you? Is that like a bat or something? I'm like, dude, you don't know what a breaker bar is?
Get away from me. Pop, pop.
I told him I keep a breaker bar and I keep an impact socket for my car that fits my rims so that I don't have to, because I got a bad back. I don't want to be dealing with that little L bracket thing. And
you said that right.
and I told him if I could fit a jack in there, like a normal jack, I would, but I can't. So I got to deal with the crappy one. But
No, I carry a floor jack, a little mini floor jack from Walmart or whatever. You know? And my old Dodge I had, my Dodge truck, I forget what it was, 22 millimeter, 20 millimeter or something. I bought the okay, let's see.
Breaker bar.
3 foot. Almost what 3 foot? It was 20 something inches, 28 breaker bar. Yeah. Okay, somebody's echoing.
I don't know who it is.
I don't know. Let's see. Nope, not on my end.
Not mine.
I don't hear it now.
Okay, let's try Ed Deotica. Unmute yourself, Ed.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I can hear it.
Well, I'll jump off, guys. I think I had my say. I don't know if I made anything better or worse.
No, don't
Ed,
jump off.
no, now Ed. Okay, now here. Okay, when I was in the house, go get water and everything. I was in there thinking. Okay, and here's a good point. Okay, and like I was saying earlier, every tool has its particular job. Okay, before I moved out in the country, before I had 16 3/4 acres, I was living in the city. I had a push mower. Okay, it had no problem doing the front and backyard. Okay, I moved out in the country, 16 3/4 acres. My front yard was almost an acre and a half. I'm not going to get out there and mow that front yard with the push mower. I got out there. I tried doing it with a J.C. Penney 42-inch riding mower. Okay, 2.5 hours is what it took me to get out there and mow that with. Okay, it's like this is not going to work. This is taking too long to try and cut just front yard again. So I wound up going and I found a Ford 4000 4-cylinder diesel tractor with a 5-foot mower deck on it. I got out there in about 45 minutes. Front yard totally done. Backyard
Take
maybe
care, one.
it probably took me a couple of hours. Okay. Now, could I have gotten out there and done it with the push mower? Yeah, I could have done it with the push mower, but it would have taken me probably a week to get that done. I got it done with the riding mower. Yeah, it took me a long time to do it, but with that 5-foot brush hog and that big tractor, it had no problem, and that was a diesel tractor. But that, like I said, to me, the point that I'm getting at here is, yeah, the push mower could have done it, the riding mower could have done it, that tractor did it. All three of them would do it. But the tractor with that bigger deck and everything on it and a lot more horsepower, it had no problem getting out there and doing it. If I had a small tractor right now, like what John Deere's got, with you can have all the different attachments. If I had something like that, yeah, I would be going for something like that, and I know they've got them in the gas powered. Would I use something like that for doing the mowing and everything here? Hell yeah. But I don't have $14,000. That's the biggest problem, because I don't have 14 grand to go and buy that particular mower. It would do everything I need and then some, because I could have all the different attachments hook up to it for doing everything else. But that, like I said, I've never, like Cajun says, I've never dissed gas powered equipment. I've had them in the past. Growing up, that's all we had was a gas powered push mower.
Oh, wait a minute. My uncle had a hand push rotor mower.
Right.
My dad had one of those too, Cajun.
Hand push, the wide.
Right. Oh yeah.
That big around with the. Oh man.
But
And man, I don't think anybody was saying that you were dissing them. I think what ended up happening was everybody's personal needs is where their comments came from, and it just kind of mumble jumbled into a mix and bowl from there.
Right. But now, were those available? Say, that kind of rotary style mower. Was that popular use in the 70s?
No, 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 5 years old trying to push that thing. Okay.
Okay. When
I did cut grass with it for 5 minutes. Okay. Because I was a little 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid, and it was working in perfect order.
Right.
Perfect order. Okay, a half acre land. Oh, let's see, not quite a half. Yeah, a half acre of land.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. For me, growing up, we had a gas powered push mower.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have that. Okay. And like I said, to eat, like what Kim was saying, to each their own as far as what they particularly need for their situation.
Right.
Okay. For me right now, battery operated works perfect for me. Okay. Now I'll admit, once I get that riding lawnmower going, I'm gonna be using it. But right now it's not operational, so I gotta go back to my battery operated push mower.
Evening, Schmitty.
Or
Hey,
hey, Doug and Lori.
how you doing, Schmidt?
But that's the thing, once I get that, I'm hoping that this weekend I have that riding lawnmower up and going. I'm still going to love getting out there, being on it with the power and everything that thing has got. Get out there and do the mowing like it needs to be done. I mean, I've got a Craftsman riding lawnmower I got from my boss. I knew it had a bad carburetor on it when I got it. It needed a battery. So I spent the money. I got a battery for it. I got another carburetor off of eBay for it. Did I have it working? Yeah, I had it working for a while. And then the engine itself totally crapped out because I was having problems with that. I didn't have that other engine. I didn't have that Predator 708 at the time. So I've got that 708. Okay, fine. It's got a lot more power to it. Now, I have had to change out spindles and everything on it. Okay, fine. I spent the money on that. I don't have a problem. Would I prefer using the riding lawnmower over the push mower? Hell yeah. I'll take my Predator 708 operated push riding lawnmower over the battery operated push mower any day of the week. But when that's down, I got to have something to fall back on. I'm falling back on the battery operated push mower. And that also is perfect for some of the areas of yard that I've got that's too small to get into with the riding lawnmower. So like I said, the riding lawnmower is perfect for some areas I've got, but then the battery operated push mower is perfect for other areas.
Oh, it's the same way, like around my back deck and my air conditioner unit. I've got to use a push mower, and I bought that new Husqvarna riding lawnmower this year. I've still got to use a push mower in parts of my yards as well. So our needs are different across the board.
Right.
And I think that's where it kind of got distorted earlier.
Right. And like I said, for me, it's what I've got and what I can afford. Because like I said, when that Kohler Discourage 19 blew up on me, I didn't have $1,200 to go buy another engine.
Oh, come on. You can pull that out of your hat.
Probably pull it out of yours.
And then the other reason why I like gas operated stuff is because I can take it apart and fix it or learn how to fix it. The battery operated, I can't. When it comes to like motherboards and circuitry and stuff like that, I'm going to ship it off to somebody like Ed and be like, bro, fix this for me because I have no clue. So that's another reason why I like gas powered stuff.
I'll fix it too. I'll fix it.
All right, she's getting closer.
Who is she and why are we getting closer?
Crystal, and today on the 4th was her daughter's birthday. So her and her son Chris went up to Oklahoma City to go see her, and then they were stopping by to see her dad on the way back. And the reason I didn't go is because situation with my mom. There's no way that I would have left at 10 o'clock this morning and expect, my mom to be okay throughout the whole day.
My dad's
So,
birthday
I
was on the
stayed home.
4th also. Both my dad and my grandfather were both born on September 4th.
But like I said,
Cool.
but like I said, that's the main reason why, normally, after Brandon, he goes off, it's like, okay, fine, I'm going to bed, going to go sleep because going to get up early for church in the morning on Sunday. Well, I'm not doing that right now. Simple fact is, I'm going to be awake until they're home. So that's why, okay, fine, I'll do a live stream. But, like I said, for me, this weekend, I plan on pulling that carburetor back off of that Predator engine. I'll get it cleaned up. And like I said, I already have a feeling I already know what the problem is. And I already spent, I think, $26 on another fuel pump for it. Okay? Now, like I said, do I have a problem with it? Yeah, I've got a problem. I know it's in the carburetor because of the gasoline that's going on right now. Of course, one of the biggest problems is that gasoline has stayed in that gas tank for too long. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get that gas tank. I'm going to totally drain it. I've got a gas can I'll put that into. And I will then get a couple of gallons because that's a big gas tank. I will then put 2 gallons or a gallon and a half or whatever of fresh gas in it. Like I said, I will also put that shutoff valve in there. I'll get that shutoff switch inside the carburetor modified to where it's not going to be working. So like I said, I will sit there and I'll run that engine, do all the mowing I got to do. And when I'm ready to shut it off, I'll let it sit there and idle. I'll shut the fuel off and let it where it will go dry. That way I don't have to worry about it. And like I said, I will be, the only thing that to me it's a hemorrhoid on it is those tires are, like I said, over 15 years old and they're all getting dry rotted. Every time I gotta go use it, I gotta get the air compressor out and air every single tire up.
Hey Maynard, that
Yeah.
mowers and blowers does one trick, and he's had good luck with it. He puts about 8 ounces of transmission fluid in his rear tires and about 5 or 6 in the front, and then sloshes it around and blows it back up. It actually seals the cracks.
Now that's something I never been aware of. I do
Yeah,
know
it actually
that
goes in. It actually goes in the cracks and fills up. You look it up. Mowers and people actually take out the belts and put in training fluid. If that don't work, maybe it's time for inner tubes.
true, but then I'd have to pay someone to actually, take them off the tractor and take them over to someone and have them put tubes in them. That's why I've also been looking at going to Harbor Freight because I do know that they've actually got the tire changer for small tires for doing ATV and lawnmowers. So
You don't have to
I
take
had
the
that.
tires all the way off the rim. You only have to bust one side off to put the inner tube in.
right, but what I'm saying though is that I know it'd be better, but with the tires being as old as they are, they're not going to be gripping. The tread and everything's going to be too hard where it's not going to want to grip like it should. That's why
So
I'm
then
looking at spending the $125 to get 4 brand new tires. And when I put them on, I'll probably wind up going with inner tubes on them.
I'm going to be
Oh,
honest
yeah.
with you, Mater. I bought that small tire changer, and I'm a huge fan of Harbor Freight. I enjoy shopping there. I enjoy using their stuff. However, we all know that some of their stuff is pure crap. That small tire
True.
changer was one of those
Some of
things
it
that
is.
I got rid of quick, fast, and in a hurry. I ended up getting a set of tire spoons from the local motorcycle store, and that's what I use to change all the tires on the go-karts and the mini bikes and stuff now.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
I mean,
I wanted to say something earlier. And I mean like an hour and 20 minutes ago. You were talking about those tires,
yeah,
Mater. I was gonna say, put some tubes in those tires.
right.
A lot cheaper than buying new tires. Okay.
True. But like I said, as they're about 15 years old, so they're getting not only dry rot, but the
It
tread
don't
and
matter.
everything. Well, the tread, to me, the tread is gotten stiff and hard, where it's not wanting to grip like it should.
Mm,
I
okay.
would say, yeah, it's probably best to just change them out.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Like I said,
Well,
over 15 years old, those are the original ones on it. And that's why, like I said, I'm looking at, but like I said, do I want to spend $70 for a tire when they told me about that? And I'm going, no, I'm not. I'm going, look, I've got a riding lawnmower. I don't have one that's going on the car that's going to be driving on the street. I mean, I can understand 20, 25, maybe $30 for one, but when I got to spend 65 to $70 for one of them, it's like, no. I'm going to look up Tractor Supply real quick.
okay. Yeah, Tractor Supply. But okay, put in after you do your Tractor Supply or whatever. Get the numbers on your tire. You know, like 20, 8.5, or whatever it is. I don't know what you got, and see what they got on eBay.
That's where I found one for 100 for all four for $125.
All four? No, yeah, but you only need the two.
The front ones are the same way.
Okay. Well, get your front tires new, brand new, or whatever, and then just put tubes in the back tires.
All right. I can get at Tractor Supply. They have an 18 by 8, 15 by 8 tire on a rim, and it's $84.99.
Okay, you get the rim and the tire then. Okay.
Correct. But here's the problem. It looks like a 4-lug. I don't have a 4-lug. I got to have it where it's going on the shaft with the keyway. So
Okay.
that right there would not work for me.
Right.
Yeah, you got the made to die tractor.
Let's see what some of these others are.
Look up go to what is it, Jack Small Engines online. I don't, I go, Jack Small Engine sells tires too.
Yeah, Jack Small Engine. Yeah, that's a good site to go to. Jack Small Engine. It is. I agree with Bruce. Finally, I agree with Bruce.
Ripley. All right, here we go. Okay.
I'm picking at you,
18 by
Briggs. I
50.
love you to death, my brother.
Okay.
I don't care.
We got a high run.
I'm an asshole
tire.
too, dude. Don't
Yep,
worry
I
about
was
me.
born
I'm
an
an asshole
asshole.
too.
Okay, here you go. Here's the high run replacement tire, 18 by 850, 8 ply, $68.99.
Where's that at?
Tractor Supply.
Yeah, look up Jack Small Engine.
You know what, Mater? Tractor Supply. I have one in my hometown here. Let me tell you something. They hiring giraffe pussy. They are. They are. Okay, wait, hold on. I'll be right back. What, Miss?
You get really quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Missy was asking me a question, and I finally muted my mic because she was talking that whole time. And I'm like, okay, I muted my mic, and I said, okay, what's up, Missy? What did you want to ask me? She says, I forgot. It was probably something about small engine because I tell you what, Missy can almost overhaul an engine. Almost. Now things got quiet.
Yeah, Jackson. And what's that? Oh, Pro Parts Direct there. Yeah.
Yeah, Pro Parts Direct. Yeah, yeah. Maynard, wasn't I telling you about that a
yeah,
couple of nights ago? ProPartsDirect.com. I got
Yep.
one of those 2-box stickers up here, above my corkboard of there. Oh yeah, they. Well, I'm not gonna say if they ain't got it, you don't need it. I'm not gonna say that. But Pro Parts Direct, they got just about everything you need.
No, they don't. They got a sports stimulus check that they're gonna hand out there.
I'm not talking about Joe Biden. I'm talking about Pro Parts Direct.
You said everything. I said everything. I had to, just had to say they don't have his stimulus check waiting for him there.
I love you, Mr. Briggs. I love you, brother. That was a good one.
I mean, if they do, if he went there and they had it there, then we'd all could go there real quick and claim our force check.
Cher, bon Dieu, cher pitié, and not for. Okay. Oh boy. I mean, for anybody that's not a Briggs and Stratton dealer, a Cola dealer, and all that, like myself, y'all go see ProPartsDirect.com. All right, they're gonna make y'all a good deal. You'll almost get y'all parts as the same as us dealerships do. Yeah.
No, Kohler has made a good entrance since the K series.
Let's see, the K and the Command Pro, yes, make good engines. The Courage,
discouraged.
they ain't got too much courage unless you
No.
take care of them, treat them right. And I tell everything to my customers. Look, they bring lawnmowers to us and riding mowers, 0 turns, and we retard the sump boat. Believe it or not, the sump cover is on the top of a Courage. That's why we call it a bucket engine, a 5-gallon bucket engine. Well, actually, it's a 3-gallon bucket engine. But anyway,
Believe it or not, there is a way of fixing that cold Courage before it blows.
yeah. Well, if you maintain it just right, the Courage is a good engine.
You know how you fix it? You
With
put
a
in
hammer?
threaded rod. You put in threaded rod. You tack weld them in, big weld, whatever, TIG, whatever you. The threaded rod into the block and put nuts on the top with Loctite.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. I know a guy did that. He's had one that's going on over 10 years now. He put threaded
Okay.
rod right. He TIG welded the threaded rod right into the block, put the cover on, and put the bolts on it. And he Loctite them. And even with the Loctite, every couple months he goes out there and tightens the bolts down. They
Well,
still loosen up.
man, you know what, Briggs? I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to take that as advice. Okay, I'm not. No, no, I'm not.
It works.
Bull butter.
I'll give you a bowl of butter, you old fart.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I am an old fart, but I know what the hell I'm talking about.
So am I.
Why would you Tigwell or Miguel, whatever? That no, no, no. It don't make no sense. All you're gonna do once a year, if you have a cola courage, retort the sump boat.
Hi, Shaggy.
That's all you need to do.
Because that ain't the only reason why. They also strip out in the block themselves. That's why he did that.
Well, he must have had one that was too far gone or something. I don't know. But I would never, never do what you just explained. No.
I see more than one strip out in there.
Well, see, the problem that, like I said, now when on that Ariens mower that I've got, okay, like I said, it had that, as Cajun says, it had that discouraged motor on there or engine.
Discouraged,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. So, and like I said, the guy at the small engine repair shop, he was surprised. I got 3 years out of that engine. He said that it was a good idea. Bad engineering, yeah, an engineer design. So an engineer wasn't using their head.
Engineer engineered it right. They built it wrong at the factory.
Correct.
Well,
Thank you.
He said the engineers didn't get it done correctly.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
Ed the old tech
engineered
guy.
correctly.
Ed the old tech guy and
Hey,
Eleanor.
Lorna.
I mean, I heard what was just said. Okay. But it was a bad design. Okay.
Yeah.
The engine was a bad design. It was. But I think Kohler, if I'm not mistaken, in a service manual, it said retorque these top bolts, okay, on the top. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they say do it more once a year. They say
Yeah.
like do it at the beginning of the year and in the middle of the year.
And I'll put it like this now, on that particular riding mower, I wound up having a carburetor issue with it. Well, I contacted local shop and everything. I gave them the serial number, model number, told them what problem I was having with the carburetor. They said, well, that particular one, they did an upgrade on that fuel shutoff solenoid. I said, okay, so what do I need to do? They said, well, you're going to need this carburetor with this setup on it, and you're going to have to change some of the wiring. I said, okay, how much is that going to cost me? And it was like, I think 70, 80 bucks. Okay, fine. I had the money at that time. So I wound up doing it. Changed the oil, changed the filter on it, no problem. No one had ever mentioned anything about retorquing any bolts down. Not even the small engine repair shop I was going through. I never had anybody say anything about that. Now, if someone had mentioned that, yeah, I probably would have taken the top, cover and everything off and checked them bolts. But
You didn't have to take it off. All you have to do is just retorque them. That's all.
yeah, but it has that plastic cover on top of where them bolts are. On the one
Yeah,
I've got.
but yeah, you got to take the shroud off.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
No one had
yeah,
ever said
So
anything
we have
about
to take
doing
off the
that.
vanity cover.
Do what?
The vanity cover, because not all of them had that cover on it.
Right.
So-
All mine did.
Yeah. You should have taken that vanity cover and made it a paperweight in the bottom of a lake someplace, and then you could just retorque them without having to take all that crap off.
Yeah, well, like I said, no one had ever mentioned to me about doing that. Duh.
Yeah. If he had told you that, you'd probably be still running that bucket of shit engine.
Probably. And I still got to get that thing picked up and brought in here so I can get the camera going so I can I'm going to take that engine apart. I may just do it out there. Just get my tablet or my cell phone and record the video of me tearing the thing apart to find out what it was that came apart.
Oh, I
Like,
guarantee you'll find the plastic camshafts all screwed up.
No, the problem with that engine is that they had on the crankshaft, the idea that they came up with and why in the hell they did it was the counterbalance on the crankshaft was not cast into it. It was a separate item in two pieces. Musty One has already taken one of those engines apart and found out the damn bolt that holds the thing together came apart, and that's what destroyed that engine.
Yeah. Okay, you got
We
the
could have
single
fixed
cylinder. You got the single cylinder version, right?
Correct. Same one that Musty One did a video
Okay.
on.
Well, I never seen Musty's video, so.
Yeah, but those plastic camshafts fall apart on them too. They're
Okay, that
common.
might be the problem, but what the hell came apart that put a hole that big around in the side of the block?
What
With it
horsepower? What horsepower is that engine?
19.
19. Okay. All right.
And the
Well, now
engine
it's a
was sitting
no-power
there
engine.
idling.
Now it's a no power engine.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's why at the time it was going to cost me $1,200 to get a replacement engine for that mower. I didn't
No.
have the money.
So no, Mayor. What you got to do is put it back together like he did, and made it run for a little bit, but with no. Remember how he put it back together? You need to put that yours back together. JB Weld to patch it there and send it. See how long it goes. That'd be funny.
No, not like I said. Not when there's a hole that big around on the side of the block.
Oh,
Right by
JB
the
Weld the whole shot. Use
You don't
JB
even
Weld.
need
See how
JB
long
Weld.
it
Just throw
goes.
some duct tape on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I pull like this. I could do that, and I could put plenty of that sailboat fuel you haul around inside of it.
Don't even use JB Weld. Go get some of that Harbor Freight super glue.
I get some Gorilla Glue. That's supposed to take care of
Well,
everything.
I don't even fill the hole with great stuff. It shave off the excess. There you go. Some great stuff to shave off the excess and fire it up.
All right. What'd you say it was?
What the engine?
Yeah, the horsepower.
It was 19.
19.
Yeah, it was Color
Okay.
Courage 19.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I told the guy at the small engine place. I said I got Color Courage 19, and before I could even keep going, he says, "Hang on." And he started asking me questions about it, and that's when he said that was a good idea, bad design. He said those engines were only good for about a year, anywhere from a year, 2 years. I said, well, I've had it for just over 3 years. He goes, you got your money's worth out of that engine, because he's never heard of one lasting that long.
Shit, I forgot to take my heart medicine.
You gotta have a heart to need a heart med.
Yeah, well, I forgot to
Hey.
take it.
I like what 710 put on there.
That shit ain't cheap neither.
What's that?
My heart medicine.
Oh,
I take
hey,
two
you see
different.
what,
I
hey,
take
y'all
two
see
different
what
ones. I
710
take two
put on
different
there?
ones. What?
You see what 710, his comment?
I did see that.
Oh, wait. I use Gorilla Spray for hairspray. I heard it works well. You know what? My meds
Hey.
are strong tonight, but that was way before I said I need to take my heart medicine.
Hey, did you ever see the outcome for that black woman that used Gorilla spray for gel?
No, I never have.
She actually won I think $50,000 from Gorilla Glue because they did not put
What?
on the label that. Yep, she got like 50 grand, and they had to shave her head bald.
It ripped into her scalp too.
And what was it?
She used that
Oh.
Gorilla Glue for hair gels.
Gorilla Glue for hair gel?
Yes,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
was probably about 6 or 7 months ago.
Yeah, but it was.
There were
Yeah,
memes
but
all over Facebook about it.
Yeah.
yeah, but that. I mean, it's not. All right. What did I want to say? It's Gorilla Glue. It's made for a certain it's made for a certain.
It's for gluing
Thing.
stuff.
Yeah, but
It's
it's not
glue.
meant for hair.
Yeah, it's not a hair. But I can't believe she actually got 50 grand because
Yep.
they didn't put on there. It's not a hair gel. What
Yep.
the hell? To me, I don't see why Gorilla Glue would pay that kind of money for someone that's that freaking stupid.
Well,
Hey,
unfortunately, it comes
Maynard, that'd be
down.
like you. Hey, Maynard, that'd be like you going to marrying Crystal Lynn tomorrow and going to
Okay.
drinking gasoline and her suing the gas company because they didn't say it's not for consuming.
Well, unfortunately, with this Gorilla Glue thing, because there's a local talk show that I listen to in the morning, and they have a lawyer every Thursday. What happened is because there is products out there called hair glue. So because it was a glue, she was able to spin it off to where she was under the impression that it could be used for the hair. And because Gorilla Glue is not supposed to be used for hair, it didn't say it on there, and that it was mislabeled, and she won because of that. Now, the judge who did it settled it out very low because it was of lack of common sense as well. But because there are products called hair glue, that's how she was able to win that case.
Yeah,
You know
50K,
something?
50K for that company is nothing. That's like
No.
a piss in the pot. But
That
I'm gonna
was
tell
that's
you
me pulling 50 cents out of my pocket and tossing it to the kids for a gumball.
exactly.
You-
So
you
I
know
gotta
something,
bring this. I gotta bring this full
Wouldn't you
circle.
love to
Just
be
one
the
sec.
judge to hear some of these cases? I mean, if I was a judge in that, I'd probably get disbarred because I'd probably look at them and say, "Hey, dumbass,
Yeah,
use
that's
it."
exactly what
use.
I'd be doing.
I'd be disbarred because I'd look at him and say, "Hey, dumbass, why should they pay you for being a dumbass?"
Yeah,
I
And this
mean,
is the
I'm
same.
serious. That'd be just like you, like I said, that'd be like you taking out $100,000 life insurance policy or whatever, marrying Crystal Lynn tomorrow and then drinking gas, and then she could turn around to Mobile or Golf or whatever brand of gas, and she could say, "Well, it don't say at the gas pump, not for drinking."
This is the
She'd
same
probably win.
generation. This is the same
Yeah, she would
generation,
probably win.
Shit.
guys. This is the same generation you guys want using gas mowers.
Oh boy.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? Then you'll have someone hooking up. You'll watch. You'll have someone hooking up a battery and trying to use it for a vibrator and trying to and say they'll sit there and say it was meant. They didn't know it wasn't meant for that. Trying to hook up their car battery to a dildo. I mean, I'm just being sick, but I'm just come on, think about it.
So that's
Yeah.
what
There's always
Shaggy
gonna be
went
something.
to.
that'd be a supercharged dildo for sure.
Hey, you know something that it's like I'm not to be funny, but I remember once years ago when I was about 12 years old, my father copied it out, but it was he saw it in a dirty book someone had on their locker at work. He took a picture of a copy of it, and he blew it up to 8x10, and he put it on the wall. And he did this like a couple years ago. My mother looked at it and he put on it the Millennium Generation. Some woman was in a porn shop looking at dildos with her husband, her boyfriend or something. And they looked at it and there was this guy's coffee thermos on the counter, and she pointed to that. And he looked at it and he said, "That's my coffee thermos." And he put on there a Millennium and put it on the wall. But there you go. Someone must have tried it, or why else did they come up with a comic like that? Like, seriously, you just never know anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we got safety handles on lawnmowers, because people were picking up lawnmowers while they were running.
Personally,
I mean-
I think they should take warning labels off from everything and let natural selection do its thing.
Yep.
Yep. It's like safety handles. Seriously, does everybody? I like the lawnmowers the old-fashioned way. When you had a throttle, you could idle it down. Oh, there's a stick in the yard or a little stone sticking up. You put it down the idle, go over, take your hammer, pry it, pull out the stone, throw the stone someplace, or move the stick, put it back to full throttle, and keep going. The only reason why we got that
Right.
safety handle is because we have, quote unquote, dumbasses out there.
People. Well, it's kind of like what Bill Engvall. We need to start having that. Here's your sign, a newer, updated version, and everything. Because one thing I know I saw on Facebook a while back, and it's like what Eleanor was saying. Back in the 50s, your owner's manual would tell you how to adjust the valves on the car and everything else. Nowadays, it should have the warning label, don't drink the battery after. Because people are that stupid.
Hey, it's like the one they got was it Telly Savalas and Clint Eastwood with their in a war movie, the one Mimi, and it goes, "Our generation is going to take over the world." Your generation came and started a damn lawnmower.
Yep,
Yep.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, now, and I kid you not on this, okay? Whenever you get a chainsaw, you can go to get you a brand new Poland, a Husqvarna, a Stihl. What is the one tool that comes with it?
A
One
manual.
tool. There's one tool that every single chainsaw comes
Oh,
with.
you're talking the blade adjuster.
Yes, the
and
blade
spark
and the
plug,
spark plug
The
adjust. Yep.
spark plug tensioner ring.
Yep.
Right. Okay. On one side, it's designed for a spark plug, and so the other side, it could be for the nuts and everything for the blade. Plus, you got the flat end for adjusting.
Right.
Some people call it a
actually
spanner
got
wrench.
one of those. Okay, where I work at, okay, on one of the racking machines, we've actually got one of those for prying out the screws that get jammed up. Okay, I know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Okay, I asked 3 guys at work that are in their 20s. I said, "Do you know what this is?"
Wait. What?
Not a single one of them knew what it was. They had no
Yep.
idea what it was.
But the older ones, those some people call them a spanner wrench, some people call them a spark plug wrench. I mean a T wrench. But believe it or not, the one end actually changes your spark plug. The other end also loosens up the blade on the older ones.
Yes, it does.
And you also got the flat head to adjust the spark
The tension.
the tension on the
The
chain,
blade.
as well as they
Yeah.
actually, some of them had another tip on the other side to adjust the carburetor. I got one that's got 2 screwdriver ends out for adjusting the screwdriver and the blade. The real older
Yep.
ones came like that.
But
If
what
you guys
that
want to
thing
see
was,
some,
they didn't know what it was.
you guys want to see some really smart people, go check out TikTok.
Boy, that ain't no shit, Ed.
Hey,
Man,
there's a
ain't no
weird
shit.
guy on there all the time posting stuff about how he's such a great engineer.
No,
Who?
listen,
What?
Mater. The arguments I have had with people on TikTok are mind numbing from people believing
Uh-oh.
that.
Yeah.
What's that?
They have arrived.
I don't go on TikTok.
Yeah,
I have no reason to go on TikTok.
It's entertaining.
it is entertaining. I'm on there.
man.
Eleanor,
If that
I
car
can
sat as long
imagine.
as you said it did, when they get, you'll have to change the oil again to clean all the sludge that they loosened up for you.
Hang on, guys. They're back home. Hang on a minute.
I have
Hey, y'all
enough
keep talking. I'll be
entertainment.
right back.
I have enough entertainment with the news nowadays, and I don't like what I'm seeing on the news.
Bro, but if you want to see, every pot bubbles up from the bottom up, right? Every pot, when you boil water, bubbles from the bottom up. If you want to see the bottom, if you want to see the people that are influencing what you're looking at the news, go check out TikTok. It is a trip. You won't.
Absolutely.
I could imagine. Yeah. My granddaughter said, "Papa, I want to, I have a TikTok thing," and then I'm like, "What's TikTok?" Okay. So anyway, her mama found out that she had this TikTok thing or was watching TikTok, so she blocked my granddaughter's yeah, and I'm like, cool deal, Lucille. Yeah. No, there's too much bull butter.
Oh man, it's worse than bull butter, bro. It's worse than bull. And I mean, I like TikTok. I've made a few friends there. There's been some good things that have happened, but the majority of it, bro, I got in an argument today because somebody decided to take a piece of Bob Villa's advice and stick it on a TikTok like if it was their own, but using Bob Villa on there, right? Then here comes, like, not 30 minutes later, here come about 2 or 3 different creators copying the same exact video that Bob Villa did. And and they didn't even know who Bob Villa was.
No,
I
and
know,
that's just
yeah,
it.
I know who Bob is. Bob Villa.
I could literally go
Villa,
on
yeah.
TikTok and I could come up with the most stupidest thing that is the most dangerous thing in the world, but use props in it and do it and call it a challenge. The new gunshot challenge or boot band challenge, whatever. And literally thousands of people are going to start doing the same thing with real stuff and hurting themselves.
Yeah.
Have you seen the milk crate challenge?
Yes.
Milk crate. Yeah, I heard about that the other night. Last week or so, me and Ed were talking about it. Me and Ed and somebody else. What the hell is the milk
They
crate?
stack up milk crates. They stack up milk crates to make like a little like stairs going up and stairs going down. So they'll go 1 milk crate, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a little platform and then go down with stairs, and you're supposed to walk on top of them and walk down the other side without knocking them over and falling on your fat ass.
Oh, it's absolutely hilarious watching people bust their butts on it too.
Yeah, man.
And that's just it. It's a new challenge. They call it the Hood Olympics because it started in an inner city.
Okay.
And so it's just blown up from there. And
I have a question. I have a question about that. Why are these people doing that and actually not going to work and make money the honest way? Get a paycheck?
Because that would make sense.
Thank you, Briggs.
Gentlemen, I hate to say it, but the reality of it is with this younger generation, that is how a lot of them make money. And I'm talking about more than all 5 of us on the panel put together.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
some of them are.
15
I
years
heard
old,
of,
Put it this way.
and they make $600,000-$700,000 a year posting these TikTok videos.
really? I didn't know
Yes.
TikTok was around that long. Maybe what, 2 years now? I think TikTok's been around 2 years. I think.
Yeah,
Put it this
about.
way. If you
Yeah,
seen
but
that,
before that,
if
they
maybe
were
you watched
using other stuff.
I'm Against the Breast.
Before that. Oh, wow.
Has anybody heard of the guy called I'm Against the Breast?
No.
No, never heard of him because I don't do TikTok crap.
No, on YouTube. There's a YouTube channel called I'm
Nope.
Against the Press. The
Nope.
guy's the First Amendment auditor. Okay, he's been doing
First
it now.
Amendment? You mean he's like pushing the First Amendment, the Second
No.
Amendment?
Yes,
No?
he
No,
walks
he
in the
goes out-
post offices. He walks in the post office with a video camera. If they give him a hard time, he says, Pollster 7, the rules and regulations. He's had cops try and chase him away. Yesterday, he did a video The cops tried chasing him away, saying you can't videotape people in their transaction. The postmaster general was there and said, yes, he can, basically tell him. And they gave the walk of shame to the local cop, and he didn't interpret it that way, and blah, blah. He called, I'm against the press, okay? This guy's traveled 48,000 miles with his son, who's now 17 years old, graduated from high school online, finished up. His son has got a channel called Watching the Watchmen. And they go together to all these. He got tossed out of like in Utah, this government runs the liquor stores. They said, you can't videotape here. Any place. He said, I can videotape any place it's owned by the government. It's public property, blah, blah, blah. Like he went behind this one post office and they did not have the no trespassing sign, public employees only, blah, blah, blah. And the guy says, you can't be back here. We'll put up a fucking sign, he says, because if you don't want me here, put up a sign. But anyways, they made $196,000 just in views alone from YouTube. He did.
Damn.
He got over almost 100,000. I think he just finally topped 100,000 subscribers. His son's at almost 80,000.
It's called
the two of them together probably make almost $380,000 a year walking into post offices with a video camera.
It's called
in a half hour.
Freedom of speech and the press. There you go.
And there's a guy down here, Briggs, at News Now Patrick. He does the same thing. And there's a guy, it's out of Houston. I forget his channel name, but he does it. There's about a dozen or so of those channels out there on YouTube.
Yes.
They will literally go walking around with the camcorder or their cell phone and record. Matter of fact, there was one. These guys, they were here in Texas, okay, and they were across the highway from a prison, okay. The guards literally came out and said, "You cannot videotape us, or you cannot videotape the facility at all." And they were going, no, we have every right to do that because anything that we can see from a public view is legal for us to videotape. And they said, okay, we called the sheriff out. The sheriff came out and told the security guys, shut up, go back inside because they're not doing anything illegal.
No, I grant you.
Right now,
I personally think it's stupid.
Right, but now I've seen videos where the cops they're trying to arrest them and trying to come up with some BS charges that is totally illegal.
Well, this guy I'm talking about, like he had one post office actually forced him out, and the cops said they can go back in if they turn their cameras off. But it happened in I can't remember where, but it was a town in Colorado, and he kept saying, "I don't want to sue you. Do the right thing. Honor your oath. Let me in here. I'm going to take away your qualified immunity, and I'm going to sue you and get blah blah." He sued that village police department and won $9,000.
Yep.
Could you imagine? I mean, to him. I mean, he didn't go back to that post office, but I would have gone right back to that same post office. And when they called the cops, hi there, remember me? You're a gay. You lost your qualified immunity. Thanks for the the Caribbean cruise you got me on. I probably would have bet, but I would have rubbed that. And the one woman that was a sergeant, she said, nope. That poster 7, you don't know how to interpret it. I would have said, hey, how do you like me now? I would have just grabbed Toby Keith's song and gone back to that town, found out where that woman was parked or eating her donuts, and literally gone up there with a boombox and walked by there, flashing that check, playing "How Do You Like Me Now," and walked right by him, because there are some cops that that would just make them boil. I mean, there's a store in my town. We call it the donut convention, because you go by there every morning. It's a grocery store that sells coffee and donuts and breakfast pizza. There's literally about 30 cops in there, and all their cars are running outside. And I've gone in there with a video camera, and I've left my car running outside, and I've actually had cops go and say, you can't leave your car unattended. There's 40 of my publicly cars out there that I pay for. My taxes running, so your donut eating fat ass can keep warm. How about you shut up the cars that my taxes pay for, you fat prick?
Right.
Hey, Cajun, let's just go ahead and start a new YouTube challenge. You got to kiss a crawdad.
A crawfish.
A
A
crawdad.
crawfish. Yeah.
You kiss a crawdad. You kiss a crawdad. You
Yeah,
get
well, I tell
famous.
you what, hey, Ed the Ortega, I'll tell you right now, them crawfish I had, you can ask Mater, Eleanor, and all. And I think, Ed, you probably saw some of them big crawfish.
They look like
Them
lobster.
big claws. And if you want to try to mess with them, like kiss it, it would like nose pierce you. Okay. It will give you a free nose pierce. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you don't have to shut it down, Mater. You just go in the house, and we'll stay here. We'll keep it going. If we fall asleep, we'll just leave it running and get a nice long view time again.
Yeah.
I can do that if y'all want to keep going. I mean, I can just leave the studio and let y'all keep on going, talking, whatever.
Yeah, but you know, I'd rather talk about tools or tech or instead of the other stuff.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. We'll do it. Like I said, if y'all want to keep this going, I don't care. I appreciate it. But for me, like I said, only reason I was, had the channel, the stream going tonight, because there was no way I was going to go to sleep without them being here.
Yeah, we left.
Right.
Okay, we were in. Let's see, there was 1, 2, 3 streams tonight. Me and Mater was in. All right,
Yep.
we were in
Twisted.
Twisted, and we were
Brandon.
talking about small engines.
Yep.
Okay. Then we went to Brandon's. We were talking about small engines, and then we came here and we started talking about small engines, and then it just got off of the topic,
Yeah.
big time off of the topic
Well,
about small engine and tool.
Well, occasionally that's the thing about with my channel. Okay, it's never anything particular.
Oh, I know that. But we got
Right.
way off.
Yeah,
Well,
we
just
did go
along-
down a
hey.
rabbit hole on this one tonight.
Right. But as long as we don't start talking about fixing HVAC,
Listen,
that would
man.
take about 20 years.
HVAC pays good money. I say you learn it. You know, you're lucky we didn't talk about your cooking.
Oh, there we go. Not there. Hey, there's a good
Hey,
subject to
by
get
the way,
all
did you see my video on cooking hot dogs?
Why on
I don't
earth
know. I
are you
didn't see
using
the
them?
video. I didn't
Oh
see
my
the
God.
video. I got the notification, but I didn't see the video. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Cajun,
It
he
wasn't
was
a
using
long
rusty.
video.
He was using rusty pliers to turn his hot dogs.
No, they were.
He's just-
Hey, why not? I
Really?
would have eaten those hot dogs.
Really?
Did you
That's
eat
your
those
food.
hot dogs, Maynard?
They tasted good to me.
There you go.
I'm telling you, I still would have eaten those hot dogs, players and all, compared to some of the food I've had to eat in the past.
Hey, come on. If you
There you go.
ever walked in your favorite fast food restaurant store and look restaurant cooking area where they cook the actual food, those rusty hot dogs look appetizing.
All right, let me put it to you like this. At the place that I work at, I have to serve certain meals to certain individuals, which means I have to go into the kitchen and I have to stack the trays, send them out on the cart so they can go upstairs to feed our residents. We don't have cockroaches. My boss calls them Tootsie Rolls with legs.
Hey, we can talk about. Hey, you want to talk about food? How about my Mr. Briggs's world famous breakfast pizza with liver?
Oh,
Hey, you ate liver a couple of nights ago on the
Oh, my
You
mom
were
used to
live.
cook liver.
You ate liver. You
Ugh.
ate a pound and a half, and you were eating them.
Cajun,
And
do they
then-
have
and
liver
then you
pudding down
snored.
there in
And then you
Louisiana?
snored the rest of the night.
And Ed, I want to let you know that because of you, Tuesday night, because of you, That's the main reason why I cook my hot dogs.
Ah,
Yeah, but
okay.
no shout out. But you didn't do no shout out, did you?
You were
Uh-oh.
tagged on it. In the
Yeah, but
description, I put
yeah.
hashtag Ed the Old Tech Guy.
Hmm.
Cajun, do you have liver pudding where you're at?
Liver pudding?
Yes.
No, where I'm at, we have it's 3 different versions of saying it in French. Okay, the first one is the cow. All right, the cow heart, the cow kidneys, and the cow liver. In French, we call that débris. Okay, and it makes an awesome gravy. Awesome gravy. Up here where I'm at right here, and the pork style is the pork heart, the pig heart, the liver, and the kidneys. They call it the fraiseur. They also call it the bouillie, the bouillie, and that makes an awesome gravy. Awesome gravy. You cut the beef hearts, or it don't matter if it's a cow or a pig. You cut all of that up, make your gravy with it, and I don't like the what they call the I forgot what it's called now. The spleen on for the cow. They call that the melt. The melt. I don't like that. I don't like that one that much because it's
Damn,
too
Cajun,
spongy.
you're about ready to make old Ed barf.
What? What? With the beef heart, the
Ed's right.
beef
Ed looks like
kidney,
he's
and the
ready to
liver.
barf up a storm.
Oh, we call that the débris. You talking about making awesome gravy? Yeah.
Look at him, man.
trying
He
to
looks like he's ready to barf.
I'm trying to
That's
get this
why I
video
got it
to
on
post.
solo screen. That way we got a good view of it.
Oh my God.
Well, come on, Ed.
So
You know what?
here in
You know
North
what, man?
Carolina, they have something called liver pudding, and it's literally it's like the same process as making hot dogs, but it's in like this mushy, hard, weird, nasty textured stuff. If it's made right, it's okay. But if not, it's absolutely disgusting. I'm trying to get YouTube to pull up so I can post a link in the comments section of it. But liver pudding is very unique to this area. And I'm telling you right now, if Ed were to see it, he would probably end up blowing.
I've never heard of it, but
Okay.
if it's got liver in it, I'd try it.
I think I have a name for it. But it's a
Liver
different
pate.
animal. It's pate.
Pate. That could be
Is it kind of like pate?
I don't know what pate is.
Okay, pate. The original French version of pate is like a chicken or a goose or duck liver, and then it's like a pudding pate, and then you put that on top of crackers, and boy, I'm tell you what, it's so damn good.
Hey, Cajun, what we need to do is get about a case of that. Send it to. Hey, I need to get some of that, as long as it's non-perishable. Because I've got a box that's going to Chicago. I'll pack some of that in there and send it up there to Ed.
All right, so there's a link to a video from a guy who's local to me, talking about Nisi's liver pudding. Basically, what it is it's pig liver with parts of the pig's head and other random body parts with like cornmeal and spices and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's something you got to try once.
is it No,
Not
And
me.
we call it
Not
that.
You know what
me.
that you know what the look on Ed's face reminds me of? You remember the episode of The Honeymooners when Ralph Crandon was eating dog food and he took it into his box and said, "Oh, you got to invest in my wife's new cracker dip or whatever he called it," and he and he said, "Oh man, this is good." And he called his business partner and said, "Hey, what do you think this is?" And he started smelling it, and he looked at it and said, "This is fucking dog food." And Ralph Crandon's boss almost upchucked.
All right, Eleanor. Open that link in another tab. I'll check it out in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
You know Mexicans
I was
eat
gonna say,
uh,
okay, hang
cow
on a minute.
eye tacos.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go on and leave the studio. That way, y'all can keep this going. That way, I get the watch hours. That's fine. I don't mind. So, like I said, all I'm gonna do is, like I said, y'all keep this going. I don't care how long y'all want to do it, because whoever's the last one out, that's when it'll get shut down.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I gotta make sure to send some of that liver pate or whatever up to Chicago. That way, hey, we can always put some habanero sauce with it. That way, Ed. Hey, give it to Jay. He'll probably eat it. He'll eat anything.
I just remembered. Y'all were talking about the pig, the head, the pig
Yes.
head, and getting the meat off of that and all that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's
I'll send y'all
hog head
later.
cheese. Hog's head cheese.
So, like I said, liver pudding is very
Mater went bye bye.
traditional down here, and it's served with like chitlins and stuff like that.
Okay, what I was saying just now about the hog head cheese and stuff. There's different names of hog head cheese, and it's not really a cheese. Okay, because it's all the meat from the jowls. That's a rich meat, and they call it hog's head cheese. But in other parts of the country, they call it scrapple, or souse, and you put it on crackers.
Oh, I've definitely had that before.
Yeah, scrapple, souse. Oh yeah, that's awesome stuff. Hog head cheese. Yeah, but it's
Cajun,
not a cheese.
You know Mexicans eat cow eyeballs, right? Like I went there, visited with some cousins. Like, man, we're gonna give you a delicacy, and they really meant it. We're gonna give you a delicacy. This is the best meat out of the cow. They gave me 2 cow eyeballs and a taco. I was like, and then Jeremy Schwab here is talking about. I thought Ed was Mexican. They don't waste no part of no animal. You know what? You're right, but I ain't all. I ain't, every Mexican ain't built the same, man. I ain't eating all that crap. I eat a lot of
I
stuff.
ain't built like that.
Man, come on, man. You want me to eat liver? My mom used to make liver for us.
You don't like liver?
Man, she used
Come
to do
on,
liver and
man.
onions.
I
Do you
love
like
liver.
wait a second? Do you like hot dogs?
I love hot dogs.
What do you think 90% of hot dogs is made with?
Well,
Liver.
if it tastes like that, I like it. But my mom used to make liver and onion, and boy, that
But
tasted
there's only
like.
one way to make. There's several ways to make liver. I mean, Cage will tell you the same thing. You can make it. You can batter it. You can batter it with a flour and cook it. My mother does it in flour. She cooks.
Deep fried liver. Yeah.
She takes the liver. I don't use the flour. I don't all the time, but most of the time when I cook it, I'll cook it in bacon grease. I'll cook a pound of bacon. I take the bacon, drain off about half the oil. I take that liver, rinse it off naturally, put it in flour, and fry it in that bacon grease. Put some peppers and onions on it. Man, that shit is awesome. You cook it that way.
Good. That sounds good. I'll
And
probably
if you
eat
don't
it that
like
way.
it, I look at it this way. You got 8 dogs?
I got 2 dogs.
Okay, try the liver like that. You got your baby beef liver. If you cook it that way, you don't like it, give it to your dogs. They'll love you. If they love you now, they'll love you even more. Hell, they probably want to marry you after that.
Well, I know that when I've studied some Native American information, they said that they used to eat the liver, that it was a very healthy. They understood it was very healthy, and they used to eat it. The heart, the liver. It's just my mom used to cook it, and I did not like the way she cooked it. It stunk up the whole house. And when she made tongue, she stunk up the whole house. Now, I like tongue tacos when they're made in a restaurant, and I ain't got to smell all that. And the liver, I didn't like the way she cooked it either. It tasted horrible. So maybe I just got to taste it somewhere else. I got to taste it
It's like
well
it's like
done.
go to a restaurant and ask them for liver and onions. A lot of bun. The best. I cook my liver. I do. I'll take that liver. I rinse it off. I put it in flour and fry it in bacon grease. There's nothing better than frying it in bacon grease. Not vegetable oil, not olive oil. You gotta fry that shit in bacon grease. It smells like bacon while it's cooking. And it, like I said, throw some peppers, throw some onions in there. I've actually, I don't know, some people have never heard of it, but I've actually put in corn, frozen corn, in with the liver while it's cooking. Simmer it down. Oh, it's awesome. And guess what? If you don't like it, take the onions out. Don't put the onions in. Try it once without onions because you don't want to give the dogs onions. If you like it, take. If you don't like it, give it to your dogs.
Yeah,
Get some baby beef liver, and like I said, try it without the onions. Just put the peppers in, the corn or whatever. If you don't want the corn, fry it in the bacon grease. And if you don't like it, give it to your dogs. They'll marry you after that.
I'll try it. I'll try it. That sounds good. I'll tell my wife to try it one day.
Because I've never seen it. Like I said, don't cook it the first time without onions. If you don't, and if you decide you like it, throw the onions in next time. But believe me, if you don't like it, I've never seen a dog that won't touch it.
Are you talking about liver and onions?
Yeah, cook it
Oh, I
once in
love
bacon
liver and
grease.
onions. There's a
But
local restaurant. There's a local restaurant down here called the Kettle Diner, and that's like their go-to dish.
Oh, it's like me. People say I'm crazy. I had a friend of mine once. He has a pizza shop, and I love sausage on my pizza. I went in there and said, "I want you to make me a special pizza." He said, "What's that?" "I want you to put liver on the pizza instead of sausage." He looked at me and he says, "You know something? You bring me the liver and I'll do it." I made I had a sheep pizza made of liver pizza. He cooked that pizza up, put a pound of bacon and a pound of liver on that sheep pizza, and then threw it in the oven. When it came out, there was like 8 people standing in line wanting to smell that, saying, "What is that pizza?" And he looked at me and says, "You might lose your pizza. We might make you another one." He started selling it to people, and he said he didn't tell them what was on it. He said it's a mystery meat. He had about eight people were eating it, and they asked what it was, and he told them. And 2 people that said that's disgusting, but it was good, and they wanted more.
So every November, myself and 3 other veterans go on a week-long trip. We consider it like a veterans PTSD retreat, and we go up to the mountains here in North Carolina. We go deer hunting. We hike about 3 miles in, and we set up camp, and we literally camp out of tents, and we hunt for the whole week there. When we kill a deer, we process it, and we bring most of it back to the vehicles, and we put it on ice in the cooler. There's 2 pieces of meat that we keep at camp from the first deer.
Deer heart and deer liver.
Is the back straps, and then deer liver. And we'll cook it over the fire, and we actually pick wild onions and we put it in with the liver, and that's one of the meals we eat while we're out there.
You don't eat the deer heart?
No, we bring that home.
Oh, I was going to say, because deer heart, they sell that in 5-star restaurants, deer heart.
Yep, no, it goes home with us. We do eat it.
The best way to cook deer heart is with wine.
Hey, LNR, do you do any of that beef jerky from that deer, man? Because
yes.
I'm looking for somebody. I brought home. I used to have a buddy of mine that used to go hunting all the time, and he since passed away. And every year he'd go hunting. He'd be bringing everybody deer jerky. My daughters, my wife, everybody here loves it. And ever since he passed away, we can't find any more. I want more, and I can't find any. I'll buy some off of you, Eleanor, if it's good. I'll buy it.
I do make it. It's just kind of a pain. It takes a long time because you got to slice all the different meat and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
prefer to just honestly, I go to Walmart and I buy the stir fry strips, and that's what I make my jerky out of. It's been a long time since I've made deer jerky because I use it for so many other things. I do a lot of ground meat with it. I'll make sausage and then hamburger meat out of it. So that's kind of what I do with it.
He did what he used to do is it's not like he did the jerky himself. He used to take the deer to a butcher, and the butcher made the jerky, made the ground beef for him, gave it all to him like if it was, regular meat, right? Like regular butchered meat. And he used to hand some of that out. It was the best. I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot, Eleanor. I mean, you don't have to. I'm just trying to find it again. I almost want to go hunting and try to find a butcher that'll do that for me.
Oh, there's places online that actually sell deer.
Yep.
That'll actually sell deer jerky online. All you have to do
Is that right?
Google deer jerky. But
I gotta, I'll Google it.
liver is one of those things, Joe. If you can overcook it or undercook it, and there's no in between. You so if you undercook it, it's gonna be bloody. If you overcook it, it's gonna be like you might as well take your Nike sneaker and cut the sole off it because that's what it's gonna.
That's how my mom used to make it.
You gotta cook it to where as soon as it starts bleeding, it's got that brownish hue to it. It almost looks like uncooked spam almost, and that's when it's done. No, you should be able to cook. It should be tender enough to cut it with your fork. If it's tender enough to cut with your fork, it ain't so much temperature. You gotta be able to cut it with your fork and no blood come out of it, unless you like rare meat. But I don't mind a medium rare hamburger, but liver is not a meat you want rare. No. It'll make you sicker than a dog.
Well, guys, I want to call it a night, man. I'm actually really tired. I just wanted to jump on this conversation because it was good, man. I really appreciate you guys letting me hang with y'all. Very, very smart, intelligent men. We got to share our ideas and thoughts. It was pretty good, man.
I'm a smart ass. I'm not smart.
I think you're a little bit of both, Mr. Briggs.
I get called to know it all a lot. It runs, and they think I just wish my old man was alive. Just like when me and Cajun were disagreeing a little bit, my old man makes me look like a choir boy when he was alive because he would argue with Cajun until the rest of his hair fell out and his face and the beard fell off. My old man wouldn't give up.
Cajun, you tell Missy we all love her, man. We appreciate her.
Yep, she's right behind here, and she cooked some bunch of stuff earlier, last night. Early. Oh yeah, we fixing to throw down on the food. Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good one, man. Take care, everybody. It's Ed the Old Tech Guy signing off. Eleanor, love you, brother. Take care, man. See you guys.
Take it easy, Mona, mate. Please talk. Oh, yeah, I gotta, damn, it's 2:00 in the morning. My time.
Yes,
Bayou time.
3:00 in the morning, my time.
What, 3?
Yes.
Oh, you on Briggs time then, huh?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Briggs, what part of New York are you in?
I'm in the southern tier.
Okay. My parents are originally from Auburn on the Finger Lakes.
That's the southern tier. Auburn's about half hour from me.
Okay. Yep, my dad actually grew up in a small town called Port Byron.
What's it called?
Port Byron.
Oh. Yeah, I know where that is.
Really? Scott, I think Scott's almost on the line. He's not far from that, eastern central line right there.
I'm near Pennsylvania.
I gotta go get me something to eat, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Mr. Briggs, appreciate you putting in your info tonight. No, what? Not a problem. You know, just
Hey, you meet in front of us.
yeah. Hey, my opinion on electric and gas. You have your opinion, which I think we have our own opinion on gas. Which gas rules most of the time. So, and Eleanor, appreciate you coming in, bud. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Get y'all Pluto. Later, guys.
Nah.
What is crackling grease?
Crackling grease. What's crackling grease? You never,
Yeah.
you never ate hog crackling?
Nope.
You never ate hog crackling. Well, you never been
Pork
inside
rinds.
the end of them. No, it's not pork rind. No, totally different. Totally different.
I've been to Alabama, right through it.
Yeah. No, cracklings are totally different than pork rind. Hey, Missy. Oh, hold on. Let me see something. All right. Let me look up the anatomy of a gratin, a pork crackling. I'm gonna be in here. I'll just be right back. I'm gonna mute myself.
Like I said, I've always wondered that. What the hell is he talking about? Crackling grease.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before either.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that love that saying, though.
Oh, it's a good saying, but I don't know what the hell crackling grease is. Hell, you could be talking about used motor oil for all I know.
Yeah, no, that's not that. So,
Well, I didn't think it
all
was
right.
that, but
Let me see. I'm not.
So when I Googled what is crackling grease, it said called gratins in French, or by the
Gratin, yeah, right.
more
Gratin.
popular name of crackling or crackling. South Louisiana residents drop the pig skin with fat and sometimes meat attached into vats of hog lard.
Yeah, that's what we cook them in. Well, it makes its own hog oil. You render it first. What causes the noise when you crack a joint? Oh boy, what the hell is this? I said an anatomy of a crackling, and then it says what causes the noise when you crack a joint. Oh boy. Okay. Dang Oh, wait a minute. I just saw something. Oh, I can't believe this. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to rephrase this. Here we go. All right. Now. All right. Well, and this is what they call that? Pinterest or something like that? Pinterest.
Oh, Pinterest is some sort of site that people use for all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
And they post recipes on there.
Okay. Let me see if this is gonna come up. I don't want to give y'all the wrong link or whatever. See if I can paste this. Okay. All right. I got it. Okay. We all in private chat, right? There we go. All right. If y'all in private chat in StreamYard,
Uh-huh. My computer is acting weird. Like I'm able to talk, but it's still showing Ed in the stream.
I don't know. Well, I see Eleanor. I see you said I'm about to call her tonight. I have to drive to Raleigh today to pick up the wife from the airport.
Yeah, it's not. I typed it and sent it, but it's not showing on my end.
Yeah,
What-
it's showing on the private chat. I see it.
Yeah, it is in a private chat.
All you have to do is hit chat and then hit the private chat.
Yep, and it's not showing anything after Ed saying I'm good to leave. Thanks for having me, Mater.
Oh, that's odd. Because I see that. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
It's right between where you're saying you're about to call tonight, and then it says WWI.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not showing up on my end.
You must have a Dell.
No.
Okay. Let me do it again. Okay.
I'm gonna try something that might kick me out of the stream though.
Yeah. No. Check that. Check the private chat. Oops.
He's already gone.
But anyway, that is what a crackling is. It's got the meat, the fat, meat, and the actual pork skin.
Damn.
And usually that's it's crunchy, but not airy like pork skins, like you buy in a bag in the store, like potato chips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Briggs?
Yeah, like pork rind.
Pork rinds. Yeah. Now some of those on those cracklings that's in that link right there, some of those are puffy, but not all of them. It depends on who cooked them. Yeah, if he left out, I don't think he can get back in. Unless, well, I know I can, because I know of the way around it. Because I can get into the StreamYard part of it and get back into the studio.
Yeah. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. There's all kinds of crazy old Southern terms. It's like my cousin Benny, when the first part when he goes into the restaurant and guess I'll have the grit. And when he puts out a pound of lard on that griddle, he's like, "What? Have you ever heard of the cholesterol problem in this country?"
Yeah, nope. I don't have no problem with cholesterol.
Oh no, but there are a lot of people that do it.
No, I know what you're talking about.
My grandmother's eggs were out of sight. She'd put a big, huge gob of Crisco in every time she cooked eggs. Every time I looked at it, it made me sick. I ate them. I loved them, but I didn't like to watch her cook them because she put so much damn Crisco in it. You didn't have no constipation problems afterwards.
All right. Uh, uh, so she didn't cook bacon before the eggs, or she didn't
Not
cook
every time. Not every time, but a lot
well,
of times it's not cooked.
I don't know why your grandma used Crisco, because a lot of the older people use Crisco for pie crust and stuff.
Oh, she cooked everything in Crisco. She cooked eggs in Crisco. She even added Crisco to her bacon, even though bacon has enough grease on its own.
Yeah, well, it does have enough grease on its own to start it up, but not a half a cup, you know.
Oh, she almost deep fried her bacon.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just like
I love deep fried bacon. I do.
I mean, that's why she put so much Crisco in. Just like when she cooked her chicken, it was out of this sight, but man, she used a whole. She'd go through a tub of Crisco every couple of weeks.
Or you can't have
Where's
that
mine at?
in the pot.
In the pot?
Yep. That's how you want it.
Missy cooks something up, and she got two big old ears of corn over here, boiled corn. I'm like, where's mine? She said, in the pot. Okay.
You ready for your water?
No. In a little bit. I'm still live with Mr. Briggs.
No, I couldn't stand I couldn't stand to watch her cook it, but I'd eat it. But nope, she used Crisco in everything. I swear she put Crisco in. Oh, when she made her fried chicken, she it was like, oh my God, why do you need so much damn oil?
I
It
got
took
a
us
half a gallon of Crisco in my pantry. Talk about make some good pie crust. Oh boy. Man,
Oh,
flaky,
yeah.
flaky, flaky
Use some
pie
of that
crust.
little bit.
I buy the frozen pie crust.
Or you-
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
I like mashed potatoes with brown gravy.
Yeah.
With,
Mashed
Chuck
potato. Yeah. All right. Well, it don't look like Eleanor can get back in, because
the butter.
I'm gonna holler at y'all later, bud.
Why would you use Crisco for mashed potatoes?
I don't.
Oh, I thought your wife said she did. I was gonna say, what the heck? No, I
No.
don't.
Oh no. No.
I have got a half a quart of vegetable oil that's probably 3 years old. That's how little oil I use.
Yeah. No. She don't use Crisco for mashed potatoes. Hell no.
I don't use Crisco for anything.
I do.
I don't have Crisco in my house.
Oh, well, we do. And we make pie crust.
I buy the frozen. It's just when it's just me, it's not worth having anything else. I don't.
Yeah, I know, but boy, when you make a good cobbler or apple pie, you make a cobbler and you put the crust on top. Oh man, that makes it even better.
I am not gonna make a pie just for me.
Well, that's your own opinion. We make pies here quite a few times.
Yeah, but you got two people here. But if it's just for me, it ain't worth it. I'm just gonna
You can't have that.
do. I'll buy a frozen pie. I'm not gonna go dirty up a bunch of pots and pans just to make a pie for me. Hell, I'd go buy
Yeah, but you see, that's what's up with Mr. Briggs right there. Okay, now if we were in a chat with the other guys, okay, and still alive, you would say the same thing, but you by yourself, okay, no problem. But the rest of us, we make a pie with homemade
Oh,
crust,
man, I'm so hungry for
and
some
boom,
pineapple.
you know, But
I need to make.
I mean, the majority rule. Okay, what you like to do, what you do, is not the same thing as what we do because you live by yourself.
That makes a pineapple cake. You going?
Oh, pineapple cake. Oh, hell yeah.
I think I'm gonna make that.
Tomorrow? Oh, Missy makes an awesome pineapple cake. And it's not a pineapple upside down cake, Briggs. Okay? This is a pineapple cake where she takes the true pineapples, okay? True pineapples. And I'll put it this way. I'm not going to explain it any further. I'll make a video tomorrow on how she makes her pineapple cake.
It sounds like what my mother does. She uses the real pineapple. She puts it on top. She calls it her inside out pineapple.
Okay. Well, we're going to make a video about it tomorrow. Or we'll go live and do it. All right. So, look, I got to run, buddy. I'll at you later. Love, peace, crackling grease. Catch you later, Mr. Briggs.
I'll put the dog on out in snore mode.
There you go. All right. Pluto.
Dogs are doing a good job snoring, ain't they? There you go, Mr. Stratton. Snore for Mater so he can get some view hours. Yeah, Mater needs the snore hours, Mr. Stratton. You got to snore for him. Yeah, good boy. Good, Mr. Stratton. That's a good boy. Maisie does it. Miss Maggie does a good job snoring away. Now here's Stratton. Good dogs.